is not the right word. They played a good first half with Bentonville. They stood toe-to-toe with Bentonville. Then the second half, some turnovers, things started to happen. Bentonville was able to pull away. But in their first year under Casey Dick, what I think we've seen from Van Buren is that they kind of have changed their mindset, their mentality, and they've become a team that kind of believes they can hang with some of the big dogs in the 7A West now.
No doubt about it. This is the third offense they've run in 3 years. Greg Warner, who was there previously, went to Muskogee Hilldale. So last year they ran the flex bone. Before that they ran the spread. And now they're running Casey Dick's offense, and they're putting up big numbers. They're 48 points against Alma, the most ever against the Airedale since 1955, and it also broke an 8-game losing streak. Yeah. He could run for mayor. They are excited in Van Buren what he's brought to that program, and this is not your typical Van Buren, when they're successful, pound the rock, run. They stretch the field, so you've got to pay attention. You just can't go on past performance. This is a new Van Buren team.
Of course, Casey Dick is the former Razorback quarterback, but more recently he was the offensive coordinator at Bentonville West, really helped get that program off the ground, and they were really good. They were. Last year offensively, obviously, and before that he was coaching a junior high in Springdale. For the Purple Dogs tonight, as we said, Hank Gibbs will be the starting quarterback. Darius Bowers out for the third straight game because of the knee injury that he suffered against Bryant. We'll talk about defense for the Purple Dogs when we come back. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted Best Oil and Lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted Best of the Best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs.
Field, make one slight correction from earlier. Van Buren has won a conference game. They beat Rogers in their 7A West opener. 30-20 was the final score in that game. So they come into this game 2-3 and 1-1 in 7A West play. Not 0-2 as I said earlier. Fayetteville, as we said, 4-1, 1-1. Fayetteville's a heavy favorite tonight to beat Van Buren. But Blair, I think one of the things that if you're Billy Dawson that you have to talk to your team about is don't overlook the pointers, just because you've got Bentonville coming up next week.
No doubt, and their defense is third in the conference in terms of yardage allowed, and they play the pass really well. They're only giving up 178 yards passing so far this season, and we know that's Fayetteville's strength. They can play defense. Offense may struggle at times, but I think Van Buren's going to give them a run for their money.
I don't know if we can see this right now on the broadcast, but at the midfield right now, they're about to have the coin toss. Look at number 9 for Van Buren. Logan Humphreys is a player that was featured in the Democrat Gazette a few weeks back as an under-the-radar type player. A big tight end for Van Buren, 6'5", 230 pounds. He splits out wide. He's a tight end, but he's more of just a big receiver that plays for them.
He is noticeably taller than everybody else on the field.
Yeah.
There's the captain's list.
Yeah, the captains tonight for the Bulldogs. A little bit of a walking wounded, a couple of injured down there, Darius Bowers and Barrett Adams, but also you see Karsten Jordan, wears number 27, and Cameron Irvin, the big tackle, number 54 for the Purple Dogs, is the other captain tonight for Van Buren. As we said, Logan Humphreys is a captain, also a captain, number 24, Braden Rivas, and number 5 for the Pointers is Landry Wilkerson, a senior outside linebacker.
Our officials tonight, Doug King is the referee, Colby Berner is the umpire, head linesman is Mark Johnson, Mike Lawson's the line judge, back judge is Sam Richardson.
Fayetteville is wearing its black jerseys tonight with white pants, purple helmets.
unique look tonight.
Yeah.
For homecoming.
Yep, that's their homecoming game, as we said, for Van Buren. Over on the other side, they're wearing white jerseys, white pants, got a green stripe down the side. They've got black helmets, Blair, but they have a big kind of chrome green paw in the helmet, and that's the jersey this season for the Van Buren Pointers. We are about 90 seconds from kickoff. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people, and although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
Back at Harmon Field in Fayetteville, the Purple Dogs are taking the field. Between a lot of cheerleaders and dance team members, see the band out in the south end zone. Before the game, Blair, Steve Jansky said that between the student section tonight, between the students that are helping us here on our broadcast, the cheerleaders, the dance team, the band, the students who were recognized on the field, there's going to be over 1,000 students participating in this homecoming game tonight for Fayetteville High School. Really great to see.
That is awesome.
A really good scene here tonight.
And kudos to our student crew who've done a phenomenal job all season with this. 80 degrees is our temperature. It feels like 83. The humidity is 70%. It says the wind is 10-plus miles an hour from the southeast, though the flag is not doing anything right now, but another beautiful night in the Ozarks for football, Matt.
Looks like Fayetteville's going to kick the ball off, so Van Buren will take it first. The team's still huddling on their respective sidelines.
Bulldogs will move from right to left.
Yep. Small crowd made the trip over from Van Buren. Looks like maybe 100 people over across the way.
They're over at Baum Stadium.
Yeah, big crowd over there tonight for that exhibition game. I don't think I've ever gone through as much traffic to get to a high school football game as I went through tonight. A lot of people here in town between the homecoming for the high school, the exhibition game for baseball, the football game tomorrow across the street on the U of A campus. Big crowd here in the Fayetteville High School side. A lot of people still making their way to their seats as Huxley Richardson gets ready to kick the ball away for the Purple Dogs. We are almost underway on homecoming 2018.
Bulldogs, number 38, Huxley Richardson.
Van Buren's got 3 players back deep on this kickoff by Richardson. It's a deep kick, and it'll go over all their heads, and about halfway through the end zone, that'll be a touchback, and the Pointers will begin at their own 20.
Good kick. Good start. We've seen him do the sky kick a lot. That time he just reared back and booted it in the end zone. They didn't even attempt to go back and get that. All right, Van Buren comes out, and Blair, we knew this might be the case. It's not going to be Christian Morrow tonight. Morrow was injured last week. He was going through warm-ups and looked like he might play, but this is going to be Gary Phillips, a sophomore backup for Van Buren as the starting quarterback tonight. On first down, he gives it up the middle, just only about a yard for Rivas on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 9. Morrow was injured last week against Bentonville, and Billy Dawson was saying before the game that they weren't sure whether or not he was going to play. He did go through warm-ups. Gary Phillips, as we said, a sophomore. He was the player of the year in the junior high league in the River Valley last season in Van Buren. On 2nd down, they give it to Rivas running left side. He's going to be taken down back in the backfield. Great pursuit that time for the Purple Dogs. Tyler Barnes, who had a huge game last week against Rogers High School, with the stop back about, that's going to be a loss of 7, Blair, all the way back to the 14, and it's going to be 3rd and 16 now for the Pointers. From their 14, they've got to get out to the 30 to move the chains. Dominant start for the defense. Opening minute here at Harmon Field. 3rd and 16. Phillips, the lefty, being pressured. He's going to be taken down in the backfield, back at the 10-yard line. On the sack that time for the Purple Dogs was Marcus Tortorello. And Van Buren goes 3 and out quickly.
As the Fayetteville defense looked like they were ready for everything Van Buren showed them on those first 3 plays.
You could not have scripted a better start by the Bulldog defense.
Back deep for the Purple Dogs is Connor Stuckey, number 1, Connor Flanagan, number 2. They're standing right around midfield. It's not a very good kick. It's a mile high, but it's not going to get past the 35. It takes a bounce. It does get across the 40, the 45, so it does take a pointer bounce and gets out to the 46-yard line, and it will be down there, but not a very good punt that time for the Pointers. And Fayetteville's got great field position to start 10-19 first quarter. The Purple Dogs at the Van Buren 46-yard line.
Bulldogs need to take advantage of this. Number 2 offense in the 7A West, averaging 157 yards rushing a game, and already a sideline warning. Yeah. Over 300 yards passing, and Hank Gibbs has been on fire. We'll see if he gets off to another hot start tonight.
So I asked Billy Dawson about the first play tonight. He said he felt really good about what the Purple Dogs have scripted. We'll see how it goes. First down, they bring a man in motion. That's Flanagan to the left side. 2 on either side for Hank Gibbs. They throw to Flanagan, catches it out in the left flat across the 40. Almost made a man miss, but he stepped out of bounds at the 35. So the first down play will go for 11. A first down for the Purple Dogs. Clock stops with 10:13 to play first quarter. As they reset the chains at the Van Buren 35, Fayetteville quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to either side for Gibbs in the shotgun formation. Takes a snap. The Gibbs, Jordan running left side. Gets about 5 out to the 30. Good gain on first down. And it'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Purple Dogs.
Good run by Carson. He is averaging almost 6 yards a carry. So close to his average on that one.
Jordan had a really nice game last week at Rogers High School. On second down, Gibbs goes play action, throws over the middle, the pass is caught. This is a first down across the 25, and they will give him forward progress to the 21. That's Connor Flanagan again. 9 yards on 2nd and 5, and the second first down of this drive for the Purple Dogs. 9:40 to go first quarter. Fayetteville almost in the red zone already. Gibbs goes play action on first down, throws it out in the right flat, and that pass is incomplete. They were looking for Connor Flanagan. Flanagan was wide open. It just went right through his arms. Second down.
Flanagan leads the 7A in the state of Arkansas in receiving, averaging just over 15 yards per catch. Has scored 9 times, 44 catches, 675 yards receiving.
And almost all of it came in St. Louis. On second down, they throw left side. This is Charbonneau at the 10. Charbonneau at the 5. Touchdown, Fayetteville. They threw a tunnel screen to Luke Charbonneau on the left side. It took a second for that play to develop, but I don't think a Van Buren defender even touched him until he hit the goal line. 21 yards, and Fayetteville goes up 6-0.
You described it perfectly, man. He turned around, got hit with the pass, and it was nothing but green between him and the end zone, and he's
It wasn't Van Buren green.
No.
Huxley Richardson will come on to attempt the extra point. Jordan will hold. Quick touchdown drive that time for the Purple Dogs. Good start to homecoming. Richardson's kick is on the way, and it is good. And so, with 9:26 to play first quarter, our score, Fayetteville 7, Van Buren nothing. This is Purple Dog football.
Right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks.
Ray Harmon Field in Fayetteville, 9:26 to go first quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 7-0. Huxley Richardson's kickoff takes the Van Buren player into the end zone, but they're going to let him return it out. Across the 10 to the 15 and out to the 17-yard line goes Ethan Brown. Sophomore safety, and For Van Buren, it would have been more advantageous had they let that be a touchback.
Him taken out. His foot was clearly in the end zone.
Yeah. So the Pointers, who lost 10 yards on their first possession, will have a first down at the 17-yard line. 9:20 to play first quarter. Purple Dogs didn't need very long at all to take the lead on homecoming.
5 plays, 46 yards.
Brooks, the left-handed quarterback on first down, throws across the middle. That pass is juggled and caught at the 40. The 45 midfield, still running across Fayetteville 45. And down to the 44 is Logan Humphreys. Blair, we talked about him in the pregame show. And he strikes here on the first play of the second drive for the Pointers. That play went for 39 yards to the Fayetteville 44. He juggled it and was able to bring it in.
What a break. It looked like he was going to go the other way for a moment, but he kept batting it out and running downfield as he was batting it.
Humphrey's a big guy, 6'5", 230 pounds. On first down, Brooks, the lefty, looks left, now runs right across the 40, falls down to the 39-yard line. Brooks Flanagan took him down at the 39, 2nd and 5. Gary Phillips, the quarterback for the Pointers, showed a little bit of movement on that play. Phillips, the quarterback. We'll give it to Rivas, running left. Gets across the 35. He's got the first down and marked out of bounds at the 30.
Ran out of bounds by Sebastian
Waiting for a final spot. I think it's going to be about the 32, maybe the 31-yard line. So they give him 8 yards and another Van Buren first down. 3 plays, and the Pointers have completely flipped the field on this drive.
Looked like a totally different offense, too.
Phillips, the quarterback, looking deep downfield, just throws that one up for anybody, and it's incomplete as he threw it out of bounds. Jay Beasley, the safety for the Purple Dogs, was the closest person to the ball. He was looking for Newton, his big receiver on the far side, but nobody really had a chance for that one because he threw it so far out of bounds.
Pass was incomplete. Bring up second down at 10.
Marius Newton, a junior, 6'1", 184, good-looking receiver on the outside for Van Buren. On second down, they give it to Rivas, and he's going to be hit in the backfield. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but Quade Moser got to him behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to fall forward about to where Van Buren took the snap. 3rd and 10, really good pursuit that time by Quade Moser.
Defense shut him down that time after Van Buren kind of slicing and dicing their way through him early on.
Fayetteville's been able to get into the Van Buren backfield quite a bit here on the first few plays of this game. On 3rd down, Phillips, the quarterback, has 4 receivers to his right side, 1 out to the left in the boundary. Phillips, there's flags, and I don't know what this is going to be, Blair, but looks like it might be a pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, motion maybe on Van Buren.
A little bit of extracurricular activity over on the far sideline, too, between Newton, the receiver, and Flanagan, the Fayetteville defensive back.
Target snap, false start, offense, number 24. 5-yard penalty, remain slow down.
So the false start is against Braden Rivas, the junior running back. That'll push Van Buren back 5 yards. It's 3rd and 15 now as they will snap it from the 36. They've got to get to the Fayetteville 21.
You don't see the running back get a false start very often.
7:51 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads 7-0. 3rd and 15. 3 receivers right side for Phillips, the quarterback. Takes the snap, being pressured, trying to set up the screen. Fayetteville's blown it up. Now Phillips just trying to do something with the ball. Throws it up and out of bounds. Incomplete, and now it'll be 4th down, and a flag comes in at the end of the play, though, Blair. A flag came in at the end of the play there in the middle of the field, kind of away from where everybody was. You almost wonder if this is going to be an illegal man downfield penalty against the Pointers because of how long it took that play to develop.
Yeah, and he, in eluding the sack, coming back, called it.
Yeah. So that penalty, Josiah Acorn for the Pointers. He's their tackle. And now it brings up a decision for Casey Dick and the Pointers, kind of in no man's land. Can't really kick a from 53 yards away. And so they're going to go for it on 4th and 15. 2 receivers to either side of Phillips, the quarterback. Rivas is the tailback. They take the snap on 4th and 15. Phillips being pressured, rolls right. He's just going to tuck it and run across the 35. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, and he's got a first down, Blair, all the way down inside the 17-yard line. On 4th and 15, Phillips tucks it and runs. Goes for 19 yards. And the pointers convert.
And he made a little juke at about the 22-yard line, and that sprung him loose to get that first down.
First down pointer.
So first down Van Buren. The drive continues. Rivas runs up the middle on first down. He's going to be tackled after a couple of yard gain up to the 15. 2nd and 8. Brooks, we said, is a really, really good athlete. Phillips, I'm sorry, not Brooks. Phillips, the quarterback, a really good athlete. And he showed it on that scramble.
Yeah, he can run. There was great coverage, but it left the middle of the field wide open.
On 2nd and 8, they give it to Rivas, running right side across the 15, spins, hits by Jay Beasley up at the 11-yard line. Give him 4. 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Pointers. Clock runs 6:49 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 7-0, but Van Buren knocking on the door.
You don't like giving up the yardage, but one thing nice about the defense, they are doing a great job of wrapping up and not allowing a lot of extra yards after contact's made.
Gary Phillips works out of the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to either side. 3rd down and 4. Van Buren needs to get to the 8-yard line to convert. Phillips pump fakes, throws to the end zone. That pass is intercepted in the end zone at the goal line. Coming back out across the 10 and out to the 12-yard line. Who was that? Was that Sebastian Rodriguez? Rodriguez caught it off the tip at the goal line and brought it out to the 17. And so that's where Fayetteville will take over. Big defensive stop that time for the Purple Dogs after the Pointers were knocking on the door.
Great job by Rodriguez. He's played well the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. He took that big hit here in the 4th quarter against Bentonville West. And then he has played really well since that point. Played a good game last week in Rogers. On 1st and 10 from the 17, they are going to give it to Jordan, running right side across the 20, and he goes out to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 8 on first down, and the Purple Dogs get up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun formation. Gibbs the quarterback. Gives it to Jordan again. Got a big hole at the 30. We're almost broke a tackle, and he falls forward to the 35-yard line. 10 on the run for Jordan. Back-to-back runs of 8 and 10, and the Purple Dogs have a first down at the 35.
They just tripped him up, and he stumbled, or he'd taken that to the house.
On first down, they're going to give it to Jordan, and this time Van Buren saw it coming. They tried to go that well, just one time too many, Blair, and he was met in the middle by Miles.
And they are running a fast tempo tonight, Matt.
Yeah.
Not giving you much time between plays.
And Gibbs quickly gets the offense back up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the right in the boundary formation. He goes that way. The pass is caught. Not much there as Augie Braddock is, excuse me, no, that's not Braddock. That's the tight end, Van Hook.
Complete to Zach Van Hook.
Van Hook was knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Gain of 3, and it's 3rd and 7 now for the Purple Dogs. They need to get out to the just past the 44 to pick up the first down.
Those purple numbers are hard to read on those black jerseys.
2 receivers to the right in the boundary, 3 to the left side. Gibbs on 3rd down, looking deep, throws. That pass is incomplete. Did he get there early? No, he did not.
It's close. Good protection by the line.
They were looking for Connor Flanagan up at the first down marker. Van Buren got there a little early, I thought, but they didn't throw a flag. Billy Dawson,
not happy.
No, he's giving the officials an earful. And Fayetteville quickly lines up as if they're going to go for it on 4th down. Now they're going to bring Connor Flanagan back, and it's probably going to be a pooch kick. It is, not a very good one. It does take a good bounce, though. Falls across the 30, the 20, and it'll come back to about the, well, they'll mark it at the 20-yard line. Luke Charbonneau was down the ball. Connor Flanagan might have kicked that 12 yards in the air, and then it rolled for about 30, all the way back to the Van Buren 20-yard line. Now Billy Dawson's getting his money's worth with the sideline judge over here on the near sideline. 5:07 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 7-0.
Warriors take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
It's homecoming at Harmon Field. Fayetteville trying to win for the 2nd time in conference. So is Van Buren, and on first down, Keandre Conley got a little too quick trigger, and he came across the line of scrimmage. That's going to be an offsides on the Purple Dogs, and it'll give Van Buren a 1st and 5 opportunity.
Again, got to cut down on the penalties this week.
A lot of pre-snap penalties this season we've seen for the Purple Dogs. 1st and 5 for Van Buren from its own 25-yard line. Phillips, the quarterback, 2 receivers to the left side. They're going to give it to Rivas on 1st down. He broke a tackle, and then he was still taken down back behind the line of scrimmage. Fayetteville got back there. Brooks Flanagan did. Coleman Johnson was the one who ended up taking him down. They might give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. Might have lost about half a yard. It's 2nd and 5 for the Pointers. Got to get to their own 30-yard line to move the chains. 4:42 to go first quarter. 3 receivers to the left side. That's the open side of the field. They go play action, look left, passes incomplete. Phillips just led his man a little bit too much. That was Humphreys, the big tight end he was looking for up near the 35-yard line. And like we saw in the play where Humphreys caught the ball, he threw it out too far in front of him, but this time he couldn't tip it to himself.
Yeah, fortunate break for the Bulldogs there, because that would have been good for a 1st down had he been able to corral that.
3rd and just a little more than 5 for the Pointers. They've got to get out to the 30-yard line to move the sticks. They come out in a shotgun look. 2 receivers to the right in the boundary. 2 receivers over to the open side of the field. Rivas next to Phillips in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Phillips looking right. That pass is incomplete. He tried to lead his receiver a little bit and then threw it, or I'm sorry, the receiver thought he was going to lead him. He threw it behind him. And that pass is incomplete. Van Buren ran 3 plays on that drive, Blair, and they didn't get 1 yard.
They just kind of not able to communicate on that one. Boy, this game's just going at a breakneck pace starting out, is it not?
Jude Bartholomew was the intended receiver for Van Buren. Braden Rivas is their punter. That's the running back. Gets it off. It gets to Fayetteville rush. Bo Stuckey puts his hand up in the air, and he calls for the fair catch at the Purple Dog 39. That's where Fayetteville will start its 3rd possession, leading 7-0 with 4:26 to play in the first quarter.
So the Bulldogs have to start in their own territory for the first time tonight.
Fayetteville comes out with a 4-receiver look, 2 to the left in the boundary, 2 to the right side of Gibbs, the quarterback. Jordan's the tailback. They'll pitch it to him on the left side, going across the 40. At the 45, he's out near midfield, taken down at the Fayetteville 49-yard line. Good pickup of 11 on the play for the Purple Dogs. And a 1st down for Fayetteville at its own 49.
Made a nice cut at the 45, back up and in, and picked up another 4 yards.
Devin Swearingen on the tackle that time for the Pointers. 1st down. Gibbs, 3-step drop, looks left, looks right, now goes over the middle, and that pass is incomplete. Was looking for Connor Flanagan. Good coverage that time by the Pointers. In there on the coverage for Van Buren was Dylan Dye, senior free safety. And that brings up 2nd and 10 for the Purple Dogs.
Good protection. The pass was just a little underthrown.
And the Van Buren band's just showing up, Blair.
Oh, wow.
Walking into the stands over on the far side. On 2nd down, Gibbs throws. That pass is low, but it's caught just before it hits the turf in Van Buren territory. The Van Buren players are trying to say it was incomplete. Bo Stuckey was the one who caught it. It's going to be short of a 1st down, but it's a 7-yard pickup. And instead of 3rd and 10, it's about 3rd and 3 for the Purple Dogs. They're at the Van Buren 43. Need to get to the 40 for the 1st down.
Well, he just plucked that right off the turf, made the catch. Nice job.
2 receivers left side on the open side of the field, and Van Buren comes across the line of scrimmage. That's going to give Fayetteville a 1st down.
So where's the flag?
They called that penalty. I guess number 70, R.J. Riley, the defensive tackle. Looked to me like the end. T.J. Dyer might have been the one to come across.
But got the number wrong.
Either way, it's a 1st down for Fayetteville at the Van Buren 38 in motion. This is that push pass. This is Flanagan going left side across the 35. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another at the 30, and he's going to be brought down at the 29 of Van Buren. 9 yards on that little push pass coming across from the left side. Flanagan comes across on the jet sweep. We saw him score on that play a week ago.
Yeah, they've really gotten really good at that little push pass.
Yeah. 2nd and 1 for the Purple Dogs from the Van Buren 29. Gibbs looking deep down the field. He's got a man at the 10. This is Flanagan. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Connor Flanagan, 29-yard touchdown pass from Gibbs. Gibbs got a good clean pocket. Flanagan got behind the secondary, and that was an easy touchdown, Blair.
He had 2 receivers right there kind of running across each other, and Flanagan just right there and found him. Great protection, as you said, from the line. That was exactly how you drew it up.
Huxley Richardson comes on to attempt the extra point for the Purple Dogs. Jordan, the running back, will hold. It's a good snap, good hold, good kick. And with 2:57 to play in the first quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 14, Van Buren nothing. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Hermond or on MLK in Fayetteville.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs!
Back at Harmon Field, 2:57 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 14-0 after a 29-yard touchdown pass from Hank Gibbs to Carson Flanagan. Huxley Richardson on to kick off for the third time tonight. This is a good kick, and it's going to go into the end zone about 4 yards deep. And it's going to be a touchback for the Pointers. They will start at their own 20.
Should be his third touchback of the game, but they let that last one come out.
Well, the Fayetteville defense, Blair, has had two really good possessions. Had one that didn't start too well, but they were able to get an interception and ended Van Buren drive that had made it into the red zone.
They've held the Pointers to just 68 total yards so far in the ball game. 29 passing, 39 passing, 29 rushing.
1st and 10 for Van Buren from the 20. Phillips, the quarterback. This is a quarterback run all the way, running left, trying to get past the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a yard, maybe 2 out to the 22. Fayetteville's defense read that one really well, Blair, and it's 2nd and long for the Pointers.
Defense did a good job of stringing the linemen out to the side and kind of creating a wall that he had to keep running around, and then they could pursue him and bring him down.
And good to see for Fayetteville over here on the near sideline, Darius Bowers throwing the ball. He's not going to play tonight. That's good to see him out here throwing the ball, moving around really well.
Yeah, big smile on his face.
2 receivers right side. Phillips goes that way on 2nd down. He's got a man at midfield at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Van Buren, 78 yards. Jude Bartholomew was the receiver, got just back behind the Fayetteville secondary, and there was nobody there for Fayetteville, Blair. That was as easy of a touchdown pass as you'll see.
Yeah, he's their big play guy. He's their leading receiver, and he's someone you got to keep an eye on. And we talked about it. That was one of the concerns for Fayetteville, was giving up the deep ball. We just saw it there.
Bartholomew, a junior receiver, 6'1", 165 pounds.
Actually, that is his first touchdown catch of the year, even though he was their leading receiver.
Chris Flores is on to attempt the extra point, and it is good. And so with 2:12 to go first quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 14, Van Buren 7. It's homecoming, and this is Purple Dog Football. Back at Harmon Field, 2:12 to play first quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 14-7 after a 78-yard touchdown pass for the Pointers. Chris Flores, the kicker, kicks a high kick, and it's going to be fielded by Fayetteville at the 25-yard line. And that's where the Purple Dogs will start their fourth drive. They've scored on 2 of 3 tonight. Blair, they had played well defensively up until that last drive, and if there's really one knock against this Fayetteville team, they give up a lot of big plays. They gave up the big 97-yard touchdown late last week, 78-yarder here in the first quarter of this game.
And we saw it against Owasso, too, and that's something they've got to guard against. Now it's important for the offense to counter that score with a score of their own.
They will bring Connor Flanagan in motion to the left side on first down. They throw it to Flanagan, and it was almost like he wasn't expecting it. That ball was at his helmet before he even put his hands up. It's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
First on the quarterback by T.J. Dyer. Pass was incomplete.
Gibbs had to get rid of that ball quick because T.J. Dyer was coming in on him. 2nd and 10. Play action. They throw right side. This pass is incomplete. They were looking for Flanagan, and it went through his arms. That's the second time we've seen him drop one tonight. Not something you're really used to seeing from Connor Flanagan.
Yeah, 2 straight drops. That's very unusual.
So 3rd and 10 for Fayetteville. 2:05 to play first quarter. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left in the boundary. Gibbs throws over the middle on 3rd down, and that pass is incomplete. Once again, he was looking for Connor Flanagan. Flanagan targeted 3 times on that drive and was not able to bring any of them in, and Fayetteville barely used any clock at all, and they'll punt it away with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Hank, 7 of 13 unofficially for 84 yards passing. 3 straight incompletions there.
Back to punt for the Bulldogs, Huxley Richardson.
Huxley Richardson is the Fayetteville punter. Back deep for Van Buren is number 10, David Evans. Richardson stands at about his own 11-yard line. Evans just across midfield for the Pointers. This is a good kick. It's be fielded by Evans, and he's going to be... He called a fair catch. He took off running after he called a fair catch.
Surprised there wasn't a flag.
Mark him down at the 45 of Van Buren. And the Pointers have good field position as they try to potentially tie this game up, trailing 14-7, 1:53 to play first quarter.
This will be the first time they start past their 25, so they're by far their best field position of the night.
Gary Phillips, the sophomore quarterback, filling in tonight for Christian Morrow. Comes out with 3 receivers left side, 2 to the right. It's an empty look for the Pointers. From their own 45-yard line, Phillips going to keep it himself. Running left, now cuts back up the middle across midfield and taken down at the 49-yard line. A pickup of 6 on first down. Quade Mosier was in on the tackle for the Purple Dogs. And that's the second time we've seen Van Buren start a drive with just a quarterback keeper to the left side for Phillips. This time it goes for 6. Last time it only went for 2.
Well, he's really a perfect fit for Casey Dick's offense. He can run and throw.
3 receivers left side to the boundary, 2 to the right. Phillips takes the snap, looking right, being pressured. And now he's just going to have to tuck it, and he's going to be taken down back in the backfield. On the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs was Darby Fields. That's going to be a loss of 3 back to the Van Buren 48. And for the Pointers, it's 3rd and 7 as we hit 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Van Buren needs to get to the Fayetteville 45 to move the chains. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Phillips, the left-handed quarterback, looks toward the sideline, might be changing the play up. On 3rd down, looking right, throws, that pass is incomplete. He was looking for his big receiver, Bartholomew. It went off his hands. Jay Beasley in on the coverage for the Purple Dogs, also Cornelius Williams. And now Van Buren's going to be forced to punt the ball away with 37 seconds to play in the first quarter. Fayetteville's defense does a good job of responding there after giving up the big touchdown pass.
I don't think he ever saw Beasley. He was kind of playing a center field position and came in and almost picked it off.
Rivas, the punter, this is a high kick. And Bo Stuckey calls for the fair catch, and he dropped it. He dropped it. Can Fayetteville get on it? I don't know. Van Buren had a great shot at it, but it looked like Connor Flanagan might have gotten in there and gotten on top of it for the Purple Dogs. Stuckey also came over after dropping it. It is Stuckey who comes up with it. Blair probably about 30 yards away from where he fumbled it. It's all the way back inside the 10-yard line. Fayetteville started its 8 after that muffed fair catch by Bo Stuckey. Van Buren had about 3 players who could have gotten to it. Connor Flanagan came over, kind of cut one of them off, was able to move the ball over, and Stuckey, with good recovery, was able to get on it for Fayetteville. First down from the 8. They give it to Jordan. He's got a big hole across the 20. He fumbled the football. And I think Van Buren might have this one, Blair.
Oh, no.
Jordan had a huge hole up the middle. It was stripped, and Van Buren does. The Pointers come away with it.
Covered by R.J. Riley.
At the 22-yard line, R.J. Riley, the defensive tackle, came away for Van Buren. So Fayetteville, 2 straight plays with a fumble. The first one, they get lucky, get back on top of it. And now Van Buren's got great field position at the Fayetteville 22 with 13 seconds to play in the quarter.
What a turn of events.
Phillips on first down, play action, keeps it himself, and he's going to be taken down from behind. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs was Coleman Johnson, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. It's the Fayetteville
A little bit of a back and forth first quarter. Certainly not what we expected to see here in the first at Harmon Field. Our score, Fayetteville 14, Van Buren 7. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Started in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Back at Harmon Field as we get ready to start the second quarter with Fayetteville leading Van Buren 14-7. On homecoming night in Fayetteville, the Fayetteville defense player huddled back on the side of the field where they were defending the first quarter. They have to take about a 50-yard sprint down the field to get ready here for the first play of the second. Second and 10 for Van Buren. They're at the Fayetteville 22-yard line after the fumble. Phillips, the quarterback, looking left, throwing. He's got a man in the end zone. That pass is incomplete. Really good coverage that time by the Purple Dogs. He was looking for Demarius Newton on the coverage that time for Fayetteville, and Newton's down in the end zone. And he looks like he's injured on the coverage that time. Was Marquez Douglas defending the Purple Dogs.
That was really good coverage.
And Newton came down really hard in the end zone. Got a Fayetteville trainer out there looking at him while the Van Buren coaches and training staff kind of trot slowly across the field.
A couple quick numbers unofficially through the total yards for Van Buren, 151, and for Fayetteville, 118. That big touchdown play obviously driving up the numbers for Van Buren.
Newton able to get up on his feet, and he's walking off on his own power. It's good to see. The home crowd here gives him a round of applause. Newton had Douglas beaten on that play, Blair, and Phillips threw a pretty good ball, but Douglas did a good job of recovering and making a play and forcing a third down.
Don't want to give up another big play here. Man, if you can hold them to a field goal, that would... You don't like giving up points, but it seemed like you'd get a little victory there if you just held them to 3.
Third down and 10 for Van Buren from the Fayetteville 22 after the injury timeout. 2 receivers to either side of Phillips. They're going to give it up the middle to Rivas, and there's just nothing there. Fayetteville stands him up in the hole and then throws him back about 5 yards. What a play by Quade Mosier.
Man, that was a big-time tackle there.
Mosier and Rivas, they looked like they were in a wrestling match there for a second, and Mosier clearly had the upper hand. and finally was able to throw him backward after a few seconds of struggle.
It's like the Christian Okoye, Steve Atwater collision on Monday Night Football.
Flores is on to try a field goal for Van Buren. This is a 38-yard field goal attempt, and now they're going to move some players in motion. It looks like Van Buren might go for it. And now Fayetteville's got to call timeout. Phillips, the quarterback, was lined out wide, and Van Buren ran a little bit of motion. Phillips came back and got in the shotgun, and the Fayetteville Purple Dogs have to burn their first timeout of the first half.
They almost didn't look like they weren't going to run the play, like they were trying to force Fayetteville to take the timeout. Some mind games, if you will.
Fayetteville leads 14-7, 11-14 to play, second quarter. Van Buren facing a 4th down and 9. They actually gave Rivas Blair a yard on that run when he ran into Quade Mosier and was thrown back for about 10.
I'm not sure that he even got to the line of scrimmage before Quade rocked him. Well, they're going to line up for a field goal again.
So Flores is the kicker for Van Buren. On to hold for the Pointers is Landry Wilkerson, a linebacker. They're in the middle of the field. This is a 38-yard field goal attempt. It's long enough, but it goes wide left, no good. And so the Purple Dogs able to get off the field without giving up any points after letting Van Buren deep into its territory for the second time tonight. First time they got an interception in the end zone, this time a field goal that goes wide to the left for Flores.
Credit the defense after being forced onto the field due to a fumble. 4 plays, just 1 yard from their own 22. Now the offense needs to counter with the score, get the lead back up to double digits.
Fayetteville 1st and 10 from its 20. Comes out in a shotgun formation. They'll give it up the middle. Not much there as Jacob Sherritt's back from an injury. Gets a couple of yards out to the 22, second down. Clock moves inside 11 minutes to play before halftime.
Good to see him back out on the field.
Been a rough few weeks for the Fayetteville running backs. On second down, they go play action. Gibbs gets outside the pocket, throws. Oh my goodness, what a hit. Van Hook was able to hang on at the 25, but coming across and laying a huge hit for Van Buren. Looked like Miles Kuykendall.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Van Hook. He caught it and suddenly he was airborne.
3rd and 5. Fayetteville needs to get to the 30. 2 receivers right side of the boundary. They look that side. This is Stuckey, sets up a screen at the 30. He's got a lot of room at the 40. Stuckey at midfield. He's going to score at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. Bo Stuckey, 75 yards. Just like the scoring play on this side, Blair, with Charbonneau. It took a second for that play to materialize, but once he did, Stuckey was never touched.
Oh, it was absolutely the perfect call. Van Buren was sending the house, or blitzing it on Gibbs, and Stuckey was right there, and once he got the pass, smooth sailing to the end zone. Beautiful play call.
3 touchdown passes for Hank Gibbs already. 2 of them on tunnel screens. Charbonneau, Flanagan, and Stuckey all have touchdown catches here on homecoming. Huxley Richardson on for the extra point. Jordan will hold. And this kick is good. With 10:08 to play before halftime, our new score, Fayetteville 21, Van Buren 7. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Come to the Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Hermond or on MLK.
10:08 to play second quarter. Fayetteville kicking off. Huxley Richardson with a kind of a slow roller across the turf. It's going to be fielded back at the 11, brought out across the 20. Makes a man miss, and he falls forward to the 25-yard line. Ethan Brown on the return for Van Buren. It's 14 yards. Tyler Barnes on the coverage for the Purple Dogs. Takes him down. And the Pointers start at their own 25. 10:02 to play before halftime. Fayetteville leads 21-7 after a 75-yard touchdown pass on a screen. Third down screen at that from Hank Gibbs to Bo Stuckey. Phillips, the sophomore quarterback, comes out in an empty set. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to the left. Ball's marked in the middle of the field. Looking right the whole way, throws. The pass is caught across the 30 and falling forward to the 32-yard line. It's Hayden Roark.
Trendon Meadows on the tackle.
2nd and 3 for the Pointers.
Gain of 7 on the play. Bring up second down.
Buren needs to get to the 35 to pick up a first down. It's kind of been all or nothing tonight for the Pointers.
Kind of been that way for both offenses, really.
On second down, they're throwing deep for Newton, and this pass is incomplete. Again, Douglas on the coverage for Fayetteville. Jay Beasley also back there helping over the top as a safety. And for Van Buren, Blair, what we've seen is they go for it all, a lot.
Yeah, and that was he can chuck it now. This is the future of Pointer football we're watching right now.
Like we said, Gary Phillips was the junior high player of the year last year in the River Valley Conference. That includes the Fort Smith schools and Van Buren. 3rd and 3 from the 32. Van Buren needs to its 35 to pick up the first down. They give it to Rivas running right side. Can he bounce outside? Yes, I think he got just enough. He was never really able to turn upfield, but he just kept getting further outside enough that I think he got to the first down marker. Jay Beasley hit him over on the far sideline and knocked him out of bounds, and he does have enough for the first down. They're going to mark him almost out at the 36.
Well, that's what makes it tough, too, because they're sending too wide. You know, they're spreading you out with all these receivers. You sneak the little back around the edge there. There's a little bit of room.
2 tight end set here for Van Buren. Phillips on first down, and now we've got some flags.
Flags on the play.
And I think this is going to be a motion penalty against the Pointers. Wait for the call. No. It's against Fayetteville. Marquez Douglas was lined up in the neutral zone at the time of the snap, and so that's going to give Van Buren a 1st and 5.
You don't see that come from the side judge very often.
Well, he's got a perfect view of it, though.
Does.
Right down at the ball from the sideline. This time Douglas is about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. 1st and 5 from the 41. Phillips gives a little shoulder fake, throws down the right side, and that pass is incomplete. He was looking for Bartholomew. Williams was on the coverage for the Purple Dogs, and it's 2nd and 5.
Good coverage. And I don't know if he'd been eligible to catch it. It looked like he was out of bounds.
Yeah, looked like that to me, too.
But the official did not toss his hat, which they do when the receiver goes out of bounds.
2nd and 5 for Van Buren from its own 41-yard line. 9:15 to play before halftime. Fayetteville leads 21-7. Both teams playing with a backup quarterback. It's been that way for the last 2 home games for Fayetteville. On second down, Phillips keeps it himself. He's got the first down across the 45, midfield. Falls forward into Fayetteville territory. We've got some extracurricular activity over here on the Fayetteville sideline. As Newton, the big receiver, and Brooks Flanagan get into it. The run was for 11 yards.
I'm shocked.
And into Fayetteville territory at the 48, but Newton really fortunate he didn't get flagged for a personal foul there for Van Buren.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't at least throw the flag and call it on both of them, just as a warning.
Newton's a big physical receiver for Van Buren. On first down from the Fayetteville 48, Phillips throws right. This is Humphreys. First down, across the 45. He's not going to have the first down. He's going to be close to it, out near the 40.
Taylor on the tackle.
8 yards on first down, brings up 2nd and 2.
That's the first time they've really rolled him out tonight.
Rolled him out across his body, too. The left-hander throwing back to his right side.
Yeah, 8 on the play.
That's where you got to figure you're going to see Rivas, the running back. 2nd and 2. Shotgun formation. The give the Rivas. It's a fumble. Did Fayetteville get on it? No, I think Van Buren did. Fayetteville had a chance to get on top of it, but a couple of Purple Dogs couldn't get their paws on it. Stanford, looked like the right guard for Van Buren, was the one who was able to get on top of it. It's going to be a loss of 5 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 7 from the Fayetteville 45. Van Buren needs to get out to the 38-yard line.
Boy, it looked like a couple Bulldogs had a chance to pounce on that, and they just weren't able to corral it.
Coleman Johnson was one of them. On 3rd down, Phillips, play action. Now he's got a big hole across the 40, the 35. He's got the first down out to the 31 of Fayetteville, 14 yards on the 3rd down run. That looked like a planned run the whole way, Blair. He dropped back, but then he took off. And
a little pump fake, and that was just enough to make the defense bite.
Van Buren still moving the ball with the Fayetteville 31. 2 receivers to either side. Phillips looks toward the sideline. 7:32 to play, 2nd quarter. Fayetteville leads 21-7. Phillips takes the snap, looking right, being pressured by Conley. Throws, that pass is incomplete. He was looking for Humphreys over on the far sideline. Moser was on the coverage that time for the Purple Dogs. I don't think that Humphreys really had any chance at it.
No, that was good coverage. It looked like more he was just kind of throwing it away, hoping maybe his receiver could dive and catch it, but not the case.
Fayetteville defense doing a lot of substitutions. For an October the 5th game, it's still very humid here in Northwest Arkansas. And now we've got movement, and there's no flag.
Oh, the Fayetteville sideline is incensed.
Humphreys, the tight end, took off as Phillips was looking toward the sideline. No flag. 2nd and 10. Phillips being pressured. Able to spin away, and he's going to keep it. Rolling across the 30, the 25, and he is really close to a first down out near the 21. They're going to mark him out at the 22. Sebastian Rodriguez was there to push him out of bounds. It's a pickup of 9, 3rd and 1, but Blair Van Buren got away with a false start on that play.
Totally. and I don't want to compare him to him, but he reminds me of Michael Vick in a way. The way he's just running around all over the place, he can make it happen. Wow.
With that spin move.
Yeah.
3rd down, the bad snap. I don't know if it's a bad snap. Phillips just took off before he was able to get it in his hands, and he has to fall back on it back at the 29-yard line. And now, from 3rd and 1, Van Buren now looking at a 4th and long. They'll mark it at the 28. 4th and 7. The Pointers, again, kind of in no man's land. They're going to go for it. 2 receivers to either side. Phillips takes the snap on 4th down. Being pressured. He's going to be sacked. No, he gets away, but he's not going to get a first down. He is taken down back behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to get away from the initial wave of defense, but Darby Fields and Keandre Conley were able to take him down at the 29. Blair, was that on 4th down?
He's got 4th down and 8.
I thought it was 4th down too.
I thought it was 4th down.
That's what I've got.
They had 4th down on the board.
I guess. That's interesting.
Well, Flores is on to attempt an extra point. Now they're going to do this thing where they move some people around in motion. Phillips comes back into the shotgun formation. Will they go for it, or is this going to be a pooch kick? They move Rivas in motion to the left. Phillips, he's going to try to throw back to Humphreys. This pass is incomplete, and they're going to get roughing the passer against Coleman Johnson.
Pass intended for Logan
Phillips, the left-hander, rolled to his left, was trying to get the throwback to Logan Humphreys, and as he let it go, he was drilled by Coleman Johnson over in front of the Fayetteville sideline. That's where the flag is. Wow.
So that'll put it at, what, the 15? 14 and a half?
Yeah, it should be about the 14-yard line. I'm still trying to figure out how that wasn't a fourth down the play before.
Yeah,
I thought it was a fourth down for sure.
Missouri, Colorado.
Flags on the play.
Yeah, I'm looking through my play sheet and I don't know.
Something weird.
Yeah, they got an extra down.
They got an extra down. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
A rush and then the fumble.
That was
third down.
Here's a fumble on first down. Phillips able to get on top of it back at the 17-yard line as Darby Fields was crashing in on him. A loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Let's go back to that, though. Let's go back to that sequence.
Okay. Let me pull this up real quick.
Did we just see a 5th down play?
We did. I think we did. Honestly do. Incompletion, rush for 9, fumble -6, and then an incompletion, and then
the penalty, yeah. Well, on 2nd and long, Phillips going toward the end zone. This pass is caught. What an acrobatic catch by Logan Bartholomew over in the far side of the end zone. It looked like Douglas was in on the coverage for the Purple Dogs, and he just fell down in the back of the end zone. Bartholomew was able to make a great catch, get his feet down, and it's a touchdown for Van Buren with 5:16 to go before halftime.
And that ball just seemed to hang in the air forever.
Fayetteville calls a timeout as Van Buren comes out in one of these. That's one of those weird, Gus Malzahn type extra point alignments. Fayetteville has to take a timeout because it doesn't like what it sees on special teams. And that's 2 timeouts Fayetteville's now taken because of a funky special teams alignment by the Pointers. Keep it right here. That was a 5th down, right?
There had to be a 5th down.
I think it was a 5th down.
I just don't understand that.
I don't either, Blair. That was bizarre.
Mike Capshaw's next door. I'll try to get his attention.
We're gonna try to find out a little bit more about this. I think that was a 5th down play.
Was that a 5th down? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
he thinks it was 5th down too.
It was 2 straight 4th down plays for Van Buren. Yeah, two 4th down plays. Well, Van Buren should not have scored this touchdown.
Yeah.
Funky play. Flores on to attempt the extra point. It's good. We'll try to recover.
I think it was a 5th down.
We'll take a timeout. 5:16 to play, 2nd quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 21-14. This is Purple Dog Football.
Come to Grease Pig for all your vehicle needs. Voted best oil and lube in Northwest Arkansas, you can count on the Grease Pig for more than just the best oil changes. Get in and out and on your way fast at the Grease Pig, home of the 17-point oil change. Alignments, brakes, air conditioning, tires, transmission, tune-ups, and general repairs on all makes and models from our ASE certified technicians. Plus, service with a smile. Go to greasepiglube.com for special offers right now and then bring your vehicle to the Grease Pig. Voted best of the best on North College next to Herman's or on MLK.
5:16 to play before halftime. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 21-14. The Pointers scored on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Phillips to Logan Bartholomew, but Blair, we were talking at the break. Van Buren got 2 consecutive 4th down plays on that drive, and Fayetteville was flagged for a personal foul on the 2nd 4th down play. The drive should have been over the play beforehand.
That made absolutely no sense.
It's a long kick going to be fielded by Brooks Flanagan across the 10, the 20. Brooks Flanagan at the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40. Brooks at the 50. Flanagan at the 40. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Brooks Flanagan goes 97 yards on the kickoff return. And the Purple Dogs strike right back with a huge special teams play to go back up by 2 scores.
That's the 2nd return for a touchdown by Bulldog this year.
Bo Stuckey had the kickoff return against St. John Vianney up in St. Louis. And this time Brooks Flanagan goes 97 yards to put the Purple Dogs back ahead by 13. Huxley Richardson on to attempt the extra point. Jordan will hold. We're still waiting on the snap. Here it is. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. And our new score, 5 minutes to play before halftime. Fayetteville 28, Van Buren 14. This is Purple Dog Football.
At the Odom Law Firm, our injury attorneys are proud to have been able to represent the people of Northwest Arkansas for over 35 years. If you or a loved one are ever injured in an accident, we would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to see if we can help. Give us a call at 442-7575 or find us online at odomfirm.com. We have recently moved, so please feel free to stop by and visit us at our new location at 161 Van Ash. And most importantly, go Dogs!
Harmon Field in Fayetteville, 5 minutes to play before halftime. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 28-14 after it's kind of a wacky series of events.
It's been a crazy first half.
Fifth down, a 97-yard touchdown return for the Purple Dogs. Brooks Flanagan just a moment ago energizing this big homecoming crowd. Huxley Richardson kicks a line drive kick that's going to be returnable if anybody picks it up for Van Buren. This is a live ball. Finally picked up back at the 16. Running back to his right side and just not much there that time for the Pointers was Hayden Roark. They'll mark him down at the 17. For Derek Cobbs on the tackle for Fayetteville. And no, Blair, they're back at the 12. 13. So 13-yard line. Yeah, he did lose yardage on that play. So
well, at least they're fortunate they even got the ball back. They were all just watching it bounce around.
1st and 10 for Van Buren from its own 13-yard line. 4:53 to play before halftime. Phillips, the quarterback, comes out in the shotgun formation. I don't think we've seen a snap under center all season. Phillips runs left on first down. He's got a little bit of room across the 15. A flag comes in, and I think this one's going to be coming back, Blair. That's in the vicinity of a hold against the Van Buren offensive line. Wait for the call. Officials conferring right now, but both teams are walking back toward the south end zone, and I think this is going to be against the Pointers. That's a legal block below the waist by Josiah Acorn. So after they mark off the penalty yardage, this is going to put Van Buren back almost at the 6-yard line.
That's the first time we've seen that called this year.
Yeah. So after they mark off the penalty yardage, it'll be 1st down and 16 for the Pointers. The ball's between the 6 and the 7-yard line. Empty backfield set for Phillips on 1st down. Looking to his right, just chucks it downfield, and this pass is incomplete. He was looking for Bartholomew. Williams was on the coverage for the Purple Dogs. And it's 2nd down.
He is calm and cool and collected for a sophomore. He had the arm strength on it, too. This kid's going to be a nightmare for us the next 2 years after this.
Correction on the coverage that time for Fayetteville was Carrington Taylor. 2nd down, 2nd and long. Phillips in the end zone, now gets away. He's just going to tuck it and run at the 10, and he lowers his shoulder at the 15, gets out across the 20. Really good athlete. Gets out near the 1st down marker. They'll mark him down at the 21.
I don't know how he came through that pile at the 17. He was corralled by a couple of Bulldogs, and lo and behold, here he comes.
They gave him 14 yards on the run, 3rd and 2. Van Buren quickly up to the line. Phillips keeps it, and I think he's got a 1st down. He does.
Close.
Yeah, he got 3 yards on 3rd and 2. They move him out to the 24-yard line, and that's a 1st down for Van Buren. Clock will stop while they move the chains. 3:57 to play in the 2nd quarter. Fayetteville leads 28-14. Van Buren scored on its last possession on a touchdown pass from Phillips to Bartholomew. Bartholomew scored both of Van Buren's touchdowns tonight. They move a man in motion to the right side on 1st down. Phillips looking to his right. Now going left. Now being pressured. Breaks a tackle back at the 20. Gets across the 25 and just almost effortlessly, Blair. He gets about 5 yards out to the 29-yard line, 2nd and 5.
And it looked like he was going to get corralled for a loss, and he made the Bulldog miss. And there he goes. I know he's on the other team, but he is fun to watch.
Yeah, he's just a sophomore. There's a lot of raw talent right there in that Van Buren quarterback. 2nd down and 5. Phillips being pressured, throws across the middle. This pass is caught out across the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. The reception that time was for, well, I don't know who that was. We don't have a number 82 on our roster.
Complete to 82, Rodriguez on the tackle.
The public address announcer says Rodriguez.
Well, that was for
the receiver. Oh, yeah, we don't have an 82 on our roster.
Yeah, the mystery player.
The Van Buren mystery man with a 1st down catch. Phillips on 1st down, looking left, throws, pass caught by Newton, and he's hit hard by Jay Beasley out at the 46 of Van Buren. 8-yard catch. Brings up a 2nd and short for Van Buren. Clock continues to run now, inside of 2:50 to play before halftime.
They're starting to get to Phillips. He's taking some shots, but man, he just stays in there and makes good throws.
Van Buren not really showing a lot of urgency here. Now I think we got a timeout. Yeah. There was an injury and a timeout taken by Casey Dick, and we'll take one with them. 2:47 to go before halftime. Fayetteville leads 28-14.
Electricity is a lot of things to a lot of people, and although it's only been 75 years since electric cooperatives electrified rural America, it's hard to imagine a time without it. It's there with us each and every day. For us at Ozarks Electric Cooperative, providing reliable, affordable electricity is a chance to connect with our members, to be there when the lights turn on, to innovate, and to continue finding ways to improve our members' quality of life. Electricity is whatever our members need it to be, powering their lives every single day.
2:47 to play before halftime. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 28-14. Van Buren has got a 2nd down and 1 upcoming from the 46-yard line. Its own 46. Needs to get to the 47 to pick up the 1st down.
Well, so far, Phillips, Matt, 15 rushes, 77 yards, and then he's 7-19 passing for 162 with 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Really has been his running ability, though, that has.
No, it's given the defense fits, and he's not an easy guy to wrap up either.
Kind of makes you wonder if he can have a big second half as the defense continues to wear down. 2nd and 1 from the Van Buren 46-yard line. Phillips looks right side. This pass is caught, makes a man miss. This is Roark. He's got the 1st down, and finally it's going to be brought down as he got forward progress to midfield.
I don't know about that. I don't think he got past the 49, but
well, like Quade Mosier was on the tackle that time for the Purple Dogs.
I don't think he got to the 50, but
he got the 1st down.
He got the 1st down, but
so they mark it at the 50. Clock starts again. 2:25 to play, 2nd quarter. Phillips takes the snap, being pressured, and he just throws this one away. Or is it a fumble? Is it a fumble?
They're going to call intentional grounding, I think.
The flag came in. Keandre Conley has got the ball in his hands at the 46 of Van Buren. I think they're going to call this an incompletion and an intentional grounding. Montel Terry came in on the blitz that time for Fayetteville. It is an intentional grounding against Phillips. That's a huge penalty, Blair, because it's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. He was 9 yards back behind the line of scrimmage. So that's going to push Van Buren all the way back to its 36-yard line. That means this is going to be 2nd down and 24 for the Pointers.
But it was the right call. He just
no doubt about
straight into the ground.
The only question was whether or not it was going to be intentional grounding or a fumble. On 2nd and 24, Phillips throws right side. The pass is caught over near the sideline.
Wow.
Good job that time by Bartholomew getting his foot down before he goes out of bounds. Van Buren gets 10 yards back to the 46 of the Pointers. The clock stops 2:13 to play before halftime. 3rd and 14. Van Buren needs to get to the Fayetteville 40 to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Phillips, quick snap, throws across the middle, and that pass is incomplete. He was looking for Humphreys, his tight end. Looked like Tyler Barnes was able to get a hand on it and deflect it. And now it's 4th down, and Van Buren, you got to think, has got to punt the ball away.
Here comes the punt team. But still, don't be surprised if maybe they try to spring a fake here.
They don't have a punter on the field, Blair. Rivas, their punter, is also their running back. He ran off the field. Van Buren standing here right now.
Deep of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're short of punter, aren't they?
Take a punter. Yeah,
they have to take a timeout.
Take a timeout. Yeah, Rivas is the punter for Van Buren. He ran off the field with the offense, and so they came out with 7 men on the line of scrimmage to do that 3-man shield, and the 3 men who were in the shield were turned around saying, "Where's our guy?"
Yeah. What a wild and crazy first half. We've seen a little bit of everything.
And Fayetteville, with this quick strike offense, has got a really good opportunity with 2:08 left before halftime to get the ball back and trying to add to this 28-14 lead.
Well, if they run up-tempo like they did the first couple of series, that might be time left for Van Buren if they score.
Both teams have 1 timeout left.
Oh, and look who's back. In the punter formation.
Yeah, Phillips, the quarterback, is back as the punter. I wonder if this is a special play or if Rivas is just in the doghouse over on the other sideline. We saw in the scrimmage against Greenwood early in the season, Huxley Richardson didn't come onto the field, and he didn't get to punt the rest of the half. That's a good kick. Phillips, it's a high kick. It's going to be fair caught. Back at the 21 by Bo Stuckey. And so Fayetteville has 79 yards to go with 2:02 to do it.
Wow. There's nothing that kick can't do. That was a really good kick.
It was a very good kick, yeah. Hank Gibbs brings the offense back out on the field. Trying to add to a 28-14 lead. Just a little over 2 minutes left before halftime.
Move the chains and burn some clock.
2 receivers to the left side. Here's a push pass. This is Flanagan running right. He's got a lot of room at the 25, the 30. Connor Flanagan at the 40. Flanagan at midfield at the 45. Breaks a tackle. He's still going at the 40, and he finally falls forward to the 38-yard line. Big gain by Connor Flanagan on first down. 41 yards, and the Purple Dogs have flipped the field.
He got down the field so fast he outran his blockers. Bo Stuckey was trying to give him a block, but he ran past him.
Give him 40 yards. They'll mark him down to 39. 1st and 10 from there. Gibbs takes the snap. Looking right. Plenty of time. Now he's going to roll to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep downfield looking for Stuckey, and he just overthrew him by about 5 yards. Stuckey got behind his defender, but Gibbs just overthrew him, and it's 2nd and 10 for Fayetteville. The clock stops with 1:33 to play before halftime.
Good protection by the offensive line, giving Hank plenty of time to look downfield and check all his receivers, and he scrambled around to keep the play alive. It's hard to cover that long, and he had Bo, just overthrew him by a couple yards.
On 2nd down, Gibbs looks right side. They try to set up the screen for Stuckey, and Gibbs just threw it way too high.
Gibbs pass intended for Stuckey.
That was the play they scored the touchdown on their last offensive possession. This time he threw it just too high, and it's 3rd and 10 with 1:30.
Hank, unfortunately, the only player tall enough for the Bulldogs that could have made that catch.
Gibbs, a 6'5" quarterback. I don't know if Bo Stuckey's taller than about 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
3rd down. Fayetteville needs to get to the 29. Gibbs throws across the middle. He's got Flanagan at the 20. Breaks the tackle at the 15. The 10. Touchdown, Fayetteville. Brooks Flanagan. Connor Flanagan, 39 yards across the middle. And the Purple Dogs go ahead 34-14.
Great catch by Connor, and he had to weave a couple of times just to keep the defender from getting an angle on him.
What a big night for the Flanagan brothers. 3 touchdowns between the 2 of them. 1:21 to go before halftime.
6 catches, 137 yards for Connor. And that puts Bo at almost 250 passing for the game.
Huxley Richardson on to attempt the extra point for Fayetteville. Jordan will hold. Here's the snap. It's good, and the kick is good. And so with 1 minute and 21 seconds to go before halftime, our new score, Fayetteville 35, Van Buren 14. This is Purple Dog football.
Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
21 to go before halftime. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 35-14. Lexley Richardson on to kick the ball away. It's a good kick. It's down the right side of the field, but it went out of bounds. I thought it looked good. It looked good initially, but it went out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And so Van Buren's going to get the ball at the 35 with 1:21 to go before halftime. An offense that has some big play capability and a timeout.
Just kept going left or right. He hooked it. Looked like me on the golf course.
On that last possession, Fayetteville goes 79 yards in 4 plays, and all 79 yards belong to Connor Flanagan. A couple of catches for 79 yards, including the 39-yard touchdown strike from Hank Gibbs. On first down, Phillips, the Van Buren quarterback, is being pressured, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Great job that time on the rush by the Purple Dogs. Look like Coleman Johnson was the one who got to him.
Gary Phillips sacked by Coleman Johnson.
That's all the way back at the 28-yard line, so a loss of 7. 2nd and 17, 1 minute to play before halftime. And now Van Buren looks like it's content to go to the locker room with this score. No sense of urgency here for the Pointers.
Not at all, unless they're trying to lull the Bulldogs to a false sense of security.
2 receivers to either side. Phillips, the quarterback, takes the snap on second down. They give us to Rivas. Big hole across the 30 to the 35, out to the 36-yard line. And I don't know who that is. Darby Fields came flying in like a frog at the end of that play. I don't know quite what he was doing. 3rd down for Van Buren. The Pointers won't have to take another snap if they don't want to before halftime. And they're lined up as if they're going to take another snap, but we'll see if they actually do.
Are they going to? Yeah, I think they're content to go to the house.
You don't want to make a mistake right here and give Fayetteville a short field. 6 on the clock, 5 on the clock, and the Van Buren coaches are walking toward their locker room, and the Fayetteville players and coaches will do the same. Not the best first half for Fayetteville, Blair, but you can play a so-so first half and be up 35-14. You got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it was a little shaky there for a while, but the Bulldogs able to score late and up that lead, but you just don't feel like you've totally got it in hand yet.
4 touchdown passes for Hank Gibbs in the first half, 2 of them to Connor Flanagan. Brooks Flanagan had the 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, and it was a good half for the Fayetteville offense. The Purple Dogs go to the halftime on homecoming, leading Van Buren 35-14. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.
Joining us tonight in halftime performance, please welcome to the field the Fayetteville High School Marching Band. Tonight the band presents their contest show entitled Singularity. Musical selections to be performed include Prelude, Outer Space, and Radar by composer Bernard Herrmann, The Canyon by Philip Glass, Anima Mundi by Richard Danafoy, and by Michael Mann. Featured soloists for tonight's show include Bailey Griggs and Michael Main on trumpet, Katie Lynn on mellophone, Noah Riley and Ethan Peters on trombone, Vincent Rubinelli on clarinet, and then Rana Anand, Aranza Verdu, Abby Chang, and Jenna Cottle on flute. Fayetteville High School is proud to present in halftime performance drum majors Sophia Ward, Haley Roman, Amanda Thompson, and the Fayetteville High School Marching Band.
All right, we are back here at Harmon Field. It is halftime. The Bulldogs on top of the Pointers, 35-14. Fayetteville scored first. Luke Charbonneau, a 21-yard pass from Hank Gibbs. The Richardson PAT was good, 7-0 Bulldogs. Then Gibbs found Flanagan from a 29-yard touchdown pass. Richardson's PAT made it 14-0, but Van Buren would answer. Phillips finds Jude Bartholomew for 78 yards. The PAT from Flores is good. 14-7 Bulldogs. Bo Stuckey then takes a 75-yard pass from Hank Gibbs to the house. PAT from Richardson made it 21-7. Van Buren answers though. Phillips 13 yards to Bartholomew. The PAT made it 21-14. The ensuing kickoff, Brooks Flanagan goes 97 yards for the touchdown. The PAT from Richardson made it 28-14. And then right before the half, Gibbs found 39 yards. PAT from Richardson was good, 35-14, and that's how we stand at the half. Fayetteville with just 10 first downs in that first half. Van Buren with 13. The Pointers rushed it 27 times for 92 yards. Fayetteville just 7 rushes for 35 yards. 9 receptions for Van Buren, 176 yards, 11 for Fayetteville, 241. Other numbers, penalties, Van Buren with 4 for 26, Fayetteville 4 for 39. Third down conversions, 3 of 12 for Van Buren. Credit the Bulldog defense for doing a great job on third down. Fayetteville's converted 3 of 5 third down opportunities. But on fourth down, the Pointers are a perfect 3 for 3, Fayetteville 0 for 2. And the Bulldogs have recorded 3 sacks in the ballgame for minus 12 yards. The leading rusher for Van Buren is Phillips, 16 carries, 70 yards. Carson Jordan has carried the rock 6 times for 34 yards. Phillips, 9 of 23 passing, 176, and 2 touchdowns and an interception. Hank Gibbs, 11 of 19 for 241, 4 touchdowns. Bartholomew, 3 catches for Van Buren, 101 yards. He scored twice. Humphreys, 2 catches, 47. Roark, 2 catches, 11 yards. Newton, 1 catch, 9 yards. And the mystery player, number 82, 1 catch for 8 yards. For the Bulldogs, Flanagan, 6 catches, 137 yards, and 2 scores. So he will continue to put up big numbers. Bo Stuckey, 2 catches, 78 yards. You like that average. Almost 40 yards a catch. 1 touchdown for Bo. Luke Charbonneau, a touchdown catch. Just the 1 catch so far, 1 for 21 yards. And Zach Van Hook, 2 catches for 5 yards. It's been a good first half for the Bulldogs. And we stand right now at the half, 35-14. And checking scores from elsewhere in the 7A West tonight. They're still in this. They're at halftime now. At Springdale. Harbor leads the Bulldogs 28-21. Bentonville West leads Rogers 35-0. Bentonville leads Heritage 42-7. So that's how it stands in the 7A West tonight. Here it's Fayetteville 35, Van Buren 14. It's halftime, and we will take a timeout and let you hear from our sponsors, and we'll return to Harmon Field after this.
Hi, I'm Bob Riley.
Camila is being escorted tonight by her father, Reggie. Camila is a 4-year member of ASPRA, currently serving as the president, and is a 3-year member of Model UN, currently serving as parliamentarian. She is a member of the Varsity soccer team and a chosen member of the Thespian Society, National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and National Spanish Honor Society. Camila has served as on student council for the past 2 years and was also a Girls Nation scholar. Camila is undecided about where she plans to attend college, but she plans to major in political science with a pre-med focus. Camila's flowers are being presented by Senior 26 Club member Paxton Post. Our third maid, Camila Sarvestani. Now for the first of our 2 second maids, Sophie Martin. Sophie Martin is the daughter of Tim and Leslie Martin. Sophie is being escorted tonight by her father, Tim. Sophie is a 4-year member and captain of the varsity dance team and was named an All-American dancer. Sophie is an FHS ambassador and is involved in ASPRA, Mu Alpha Theta, and Dog Crew. She is a chosen member of National Honor Society and Spanish National Honor Society. Sophie also works as a teacher and choreographer for the Williams Center. Sophie is undecided about where she plans to attend college, but she plans to major in occupational therapy with a minor in Spanish. Sophie's flowers are being presented by Senior 26 Club member Lindsay Melius. Our second maid, Sophie Martin. Our next second maid is Kelsey Brewer. Kelsey is the daughter of Lance and Missy Brewer. Kelsey is being escorted tonight by her father, Lance. Kelsey is a 4-year member of the dance team and a 2-year member of the FHS Ambassadors. She is currently serving on student council and the leadership team of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Kelsey is a chosen member of National Honor Society. Kelsey also spends time volunteering at Loving Choices and at Remix and Recess. Kelsey is undecided about where she plans to attend college, but she plans to major in communications. Kelsey's flowers are being presented by Senior 26 Club member Lauren Meriton. Our second maid, Kelsey Brewer. Our first maid is Iman Blackwell. Iman is the daughter of Marlon and Auntie Blackwell. Iman is being escorted tonight by her brother, Zane Blackwell. Iman is a 3-year member of the varsity soccer team and Mu Alpha Theta. She is currently serving as the president of the Science National Honor Society and vice president of the National Honor Society. Iman is the president and co-founder of the Young Environmentalist Club and is a member of 26 Club and Promotion of Diverse Students Club. Iman attended Arkansas Governor's School and currently serves as a global ambassador for Global Leadership Adventures. Iman is undecided about where she plans to attend college, but she plans to major in international relations and environmental studies. Iman's flowers are being presented by Senior 26 Club member Emily Power. Our first maid, Iman Blackwell. Our maid of honor is Gabby Geese. Gabby is the daughter of Andre and Marcy Geese. Gabby is being escorted tonight by her father, Andre. Gabby is a 2-year member of the FHS Ambassadors and is the host of Co-President. Gabby is a chosen member of National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, and the Science National Honor Society. Gabby is an employee at Collier Drugstores, tutors at Asbel through Potter's House, and leads worship at Fellowship Fayetteville. Gabby is undecided about where she will attend college, but she plans to major in biomedical engineering. Gabby's flowers are being presented by Senior 26 Club member Emily Furlow. honor, Gabby Deep. And now, our 2018 homecoming queen, Claire Cooper. Claire is the daughter of Chris and Diane Cooper. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Chris. Claire is a 3-year member of Student Council, currently serving as the president. Claire is the captain of the varsity volleyball team and is an FHS ambassador. She is a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, National Honor Society, Golf Crew, and Best Buddies. Claire is a recess and remix volunteer and is involved with K-Life and leads 3rd grade girls small group through Potter's House. Claire is undecided about where she plans to attend college, but she plans to major in elementary education. The crown bearer is Cambry Conran, and the football carrier is Easton Conran. They are the daughter and son of Paul and Jennifer Conran. Claire is being crowned tonight by 2017 homecoming queen, Eva Pokomilova. Flowers are being presented by 26th Club member Maggie White. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Fayetteville High School homecoming queen, Claire Cooper, and her court.
You alright? No, I'm good. You good? Oh, yeah.
The Fayetteville High School Athletics Hall of Grace annual celebration will be held April 26th and 27th of 2019. Please go to fhshallofgrace.org for more information on sponsorships, the golf tournament, and the banquet.
Welcome back to
All right, back at Harmon Field in Fayetteville. We're a couple minutes away from the second half kickoff. At halftime, Fayetteville leads Van Buren 35-14. An eventful first half for the Purple Dogs. 4 touchdown passes for Hank Gibbs, 2 of them to Connor Flanagan, 1 to Luke Charbonneau, 1 to Bo Stuckey. And then there was the 97-yard touchdown return on a kickoff by Brooks Flanagan after Van Buren had pulled within 21-14. And since that point, Blair, it's kind of been all Purple Dogs.
It has, and Van Buren, though, has shown signs they can make the explosive play. Now, that's what you've got. I'm sure the defensive coaches were going over in the locker room at halftime. Guys, we cannot allow the receivers to beat us deep because that can flip this game in a hurry.
Fayetteville will get the kickoff to start the second half. Like we said, we saw Brooks Flanagan take it back. They've got 2 very capable return men now. Flanagan and Bo Stuckey both have touchdown returns this year for Fayetteville. I don't know if you can find very many high school teams that can say both of their kickoff return men, both of their deep men, have the capability of taking it back deep.
Indeed. And again, just to reiterate some scores from the 7A West. Halftime, Harbor leads Springdale 28-21. West leads Rogers 35-0. And Bentonville, they are now in the third quarter, 42-7 over Heritage. And we will travel up the interstate to see those Tigers next week, and that will be, as it always is every year, a big game.
An interesting game for sure. And Fayetteville and Bentonville really over the last 10 years has been the rivalry, not just in the 7A West, but really in all of Arkansas. When you think about all the times that they've met in the state championship game or in state semifinals, they've been 2 teams that have really played a lot of times. I mean, gosh, Blair, you go over the last 10 seasons, those 2 teams probably have played 16, 17, 18 times.
And it's a weird series, too, because Bentonville will win the regular season matchup, and Fayetteville will win the playoff meeting.
Very often.
And they're always great games that go down to the wire. But business at hand, let's take care of Van Buren first and foremost.
One more score if you're interested. Down the street at Bond Stadium, Arkansas leading its exhibition game against Wichita State tonight 3-1. And there's a lot of people here at Harmon Field. I think we might have gotten outdrawn down the street at the baseball stadium based on the pictures that we've seen.
And they're playing extra innings.
Yeah, they're playing 14 innings tonight.
The second half, the Bulldogs will receive.
All right, Fayetteville standing back deep. Brooks Flanagan and Bo Stuckey, as we said, both of them now have touchdown returns this year for the Purple Dogs. Flanagan a 97-yarder in the second quarter to give Fayetteville a 27-14 lead in 28-14 after Huxley Richardson's extra point. On to kick it off for Van Buren is Chris Flores. It's a high kick, and I don't know if it's going to be really returnable. And it's going to go out of bounds, and so Fayetteville will get the ball out at the 35-yard line. But you start thinking ahead, if Fayetteville can get a score here, maybe get a stop. All you got to do is get ahead by 35, and you can get that running clock.
Yes.
And I think that's got to be the target for the Purple Dogs here in the second half.
Yeah, and then at that point, maybe you can pull some starters out, kind of rest them up for next week.
And get some players some experience on homecoming, too.
Yes.
All right, 1st and 10 Fayetteville from the 35. Hank Gibbs comes out in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to either side. On the right side is the boundary. Takes the snap, gives it to Jordan, running up the middle on first down. Good push by the offensive line, and Jordan just kind of gets behind him and sneaks ahead for 6 yards out to the 41-yard line. Correction, that's Jacob Sherritt's on the carry for the Purple Dogs. 2nd and 4 after a good first down run.
Making up for lost time.
Yeah. 2nd and 4. Fayetteville's going to get to its 45 for the first down. Gibbs takes the snap. Looking left. Now looking over the middle. Throws. That pass is incomplete. And Fayetteville wanted a pass interference, but they're not going to get it. He was looking for Connor Flanagan across the middle, and on the coverage that time for the Pointers was Dylan Dye, the senior safety.
And he almost picked that off. It looked like at the end he looked like he was juggling with it as he went to the ground.
3rd and 4, Fayetteville from the 41. Trying to get to the 45 and move the chains here on the first possession of the second half. Purple Dogs lead 35-14. On third down, Gibbs throws it, pass is caught. This is Braddock. He's got it across midfield to the Van Buren 43-yard line, but a flag has come in. 2 flags have come in, and I think this might be a block in the back against the Purple Dogs.
That's a shame. Augie made a nice catch and then a nice cut, 2 upfield to get another 10 yards.
The penalty was against Luke Charbonneau. The linebacker who got blocked was Landry Wilkerson. He was a little slow getting up, but he's okay. He'll stay in the game. After the penalty, it'll move the ball back to the 37 of Fayetteville. It was kind of far down the field, so it's not going to be that big of a penalty, Blair, other than the fact that it takes a first down off the books. It's 3rd and 8. 2 receivers to the left in the boundary. Gibbs looking right side, being pressured, gets away from the first wave. Now he's just going to keep it himself. He thought about passing it at the last second. He got hammered as he gets up to the 41-yard line. It looked like he was going to try a little bit of a jump pass at the last second. And Fayetteville's going to have to punt the ball away unless they go for it on 4th down to start the second half.
Looks like they're going to, well, now we got a flag. That was quick.
Yeah.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 45.
Wow.
15-yard penalty.
An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Van Buren as Fayetteville was trying to figure out whether or not he wanted to go for it on 4th down and 5. The penalty is against Miles Kuykendall.
And he is getting an earful right now from his head coach.
What a big penalty that time for the Pointers. So instead of 4th and 5 from its 40, Fayetteville now with a 1st and 10 at the Van Buren 45-yard line. Huge mistake there for the Pointers. Casey Dick comes out to talk to the official to see what the penalty was for. And Casey Dick is really giving it to his player over on the far sideline. First down, they give us to Sherritts, runs up the middle. He wasn't tackled. He's got a few extra yards. Sherritts was undercut at the line of scrimmage, but was able to land on top of R.J. Riley, got back up and ran for a couple of more yards out to the 42. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7, Fayetteville.
Sorry, it looked like he was down.
Quickly back up to the line of scrimmage. Sherritts takes it, breaks a tackle at the 40. He's got a first down across the 35, and he's taken down at the 34-yard line. Give him 8. A couple of good runs by Sherritts, and the Purple Dogs have the chains moving again. Now they're able to set up a little bit of this tempo offense. Couple of substitutions. Van Hook, the tight end, comes in at the last second.
They need to get everybody out on the field.
Shotgun formation, 2 to the left side. Gibbs takes the snap. They give it up the middle. Now cuts back to his right at the 30, the 20, the 15, and down to the 10-yard line for the Purple Dogs. Goes the backup running back, Montel Terry. We saw him have a couple of big runs in the second half last week. First time he gets to carry it in this game. Big gain, 24 yards down to the 10.
Flags on the play.
Very end. There's a flag sitting on the 12-yard line. And so they call it a face mask against Van Buren. And so that'll move it half the distance to the goal line. Fayetteville will have a 1st and goal from the 5. Couple of big penalties here against Van Buren. 1st and goal. Gibbs takes the snap, gives it to Terry. Patient runner, runs left. Now he runs over a couple of players. Did he get across the goal line? Waiting for the signal. Touchdown. Yeah, there it is. Montel, patient run that time. Started to his left, let the blocks develop, then cut back up the middle, and ran over a couple of Van Buren defenders at the end. And with 9:46 to go in the third quarter, Fayetteville goes up 41-14.
He really does a nice job of kind of, he hesitates, not quite like Le'Veon Bell, but he hesitates just enough and then sees the opening and darts through there. He's sharp.
Terry, a big running back for Fayetteville. He's a linebacker. Running back's kind of his second position. He's a junior. Huxley Richardson's extra point is good. And with 9:46 to go, third quarter, our new score, Fayetteville 42, Van Buren 14. This is Purple Dog football. All right, we're back at Harmon Field. 9:46 to play third quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 42-14 after a 5-yard touchdown run by Montel Terry on a drive that was kept alive on an unsportsmanlike conduct after a third down stop for Van Buren.
8 plays, 65 yards. And like you mentioned, the 2 penalties extended the drive both times.
20 yards worth of penalties on a unsportsmanlike conduct call and a face mask that moved Fayetteville from the 10 to the 5. Huxley Richardson's kick is a good one, and it will go about 6 or 7 yards deep into the end zone. That'll be another touchback for Huxley, and Van Buren will start at the 20.
He'll get another jumping high five as he heads to the sideline.
Now if you're Fayetteville, get another touchdown and get this clock running and get to next week, a big game in Bentonville.
And get to the homecoming dance early tonight, maybe. The Greek theme, a lot of togas in the crowd tonight.
The crowd's thinned out. I think there's some people already at the homecoming dance.
Yeah, it could be.
3 receivers left side for Phillips, the quarterback, on first down, but he's looking right. That pass is incomplete. He was looking for his man at the 25. That's number 82.
The mystery receiver.
The mystery man.
Pass intended for number 82. Pass was incomplete.
Yeah, the public address announcer doesn't know who it is either. Waited for his call to see if he's got a name. He doesn't. There's not an 82 on the roster for Van Buren. 2nd and 10 for the Pointers as they come out with 2 receivers stacked to the right, 3 stacked to the left side.
It should be 2 on the down marker.
Phillips, the quarterback, being pressured, and he's going to be sacked. Back at the 15-yard line. He almost got away from it, Blair.
Sacked by 93, Marcus Tortorella.
The second sack tonight. Tortorella was one of 3 Purple Dogs who got back to Phillips, the quarterback, on that play, and Phillips almost got away from all 3.
It's third. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's third down.
That could be why we had the 5th down earlier.
Yeah, 5th down. If you missed it in the second quarter, Van Buren was given 2 4th down plays and capitalized and scored a touchdown. 3rd and 15. Phillips, the quarterback, being pressured. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got a lot of room at the 20, the 25, the 30. That's a first down. Running back to his right, and he's going to be taken down at the 33-yard line.
Phillips on keeper, stopped by Carrington Taylor.
Not very many guys
down Van Buren.
Tackle
are going to shake and bake Jay Beasley. And he did that time.
18 yards that time for Phillips. And Blair, it was almost like that was a called run. They put 5 receivers out, spread out the defense real thin, and there was all kinds of room to run over the middle of the field. 1st and 10 from the 33. Phillips, play action, throws right side, and that pass is incomplete. It went off the hands of Roark, the receiver.
Phillips pass intended for Roark.
And it's 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line. 8:35 to play third quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 42-14.
And Van Buren's not quitting. They're establishing a new culture, and they're playing hard, and the Bulldogs need to match that effort.
Let's go, D now, let's go. 2nd and 10.
2 receivers to the left side for Phillips. He's just going to run left all the way, and he's going to be taken down back in the backfield. The first one to get to him was Tyler Barnes, and then it looked like Keandre Conley might have finished him off.
Stopped by Quade Mosier.
Quade Mosier going to be credited with the tackle. Barnes was there first, slowed him down. Mosier took him down in the backfield. It's a 5-yard loss back to the 28. And Van Buren, just like a few plays ago, looking at a 3rd and 15.
Again, you just don't want to give up anything deep. Give them a little momentum.
Van Buren needs to get to the 43 to move the chains. Phillips just chucks one deep down the right side looking for Bartholomew, and it's incomplete. He was out of bounds, and he couldn't haul it in. That was a pretty well thrown ball and a good effort by Bartholomew as he got back behind the secondary. And now Van Buren's going to be forced to pump the ball away.
Good coverage to force the receiver using the boundary, the sideline, as kind of another defender.
Back deep for Fayetteville, both Stuckey, Connor Flanagan. Both of them have scored touchdowns tonight. Flanagan has 2. Fayetteville runs a player on the field late. They pressured the kicker, Phillips, and Fayetteville will take a fair catch. This is Stuckey at the 42, so Fayetteville will start at its own 42 with 7:47 to play third quarter. If Fayetteville scores a touchdown and kicks an extra point on this drive, the clock will run for the rest of the game.
And that will be good. Hopefully you start resting some starters, getting some second-time 13 guys in there, get them some game experience, because come playoff time, you're going to need everybody ready.
Hank Gibbs leads the offense back on the field from the 42 of Fayetteville on first down. Gibbs goes play action, throws left side. This pass is caught across the 50 into Van Buren territory and down to the 44 of Van Buren. That's a gain, Blair, of
Lindsay. Good for another Fayetteville Bulldog.
Blair, I think that was a gain of 13. Link Lindsay was the receiver. Lindsay's a backup. Yeah, Lindsay's a backup quarterback. On first down, they pitch it left. This is Jordan. Runs out to the 42-yard line.
Carson Jordan.
Pickup of 2 on the play. Second down and 8 as Fayetteville gets out to the 42.
Still running a little tempo right now.
On second down, they give it to Terry running up the middle. Patient run again across the 40. A flag comes in, though. And I think this one might be coming back, Blair.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're correct.
Flag is sitting at the 40-yard line.
Oh, they gave him it.
Holding, offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty, still second down.
So the penalty will move the ball back to the 50, and it'll be second down from there. Second down and 16 for the Purple Dogs. They need to get to the 34 of Van Buren to pick up the first down. 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Fayetteville leads 42-14. Gibbs moves a man in motion. That's Braddock looking left side, trying to set up the screen to Link Lindsay, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Van Buren played the screen well. They took it away. And then on the tackle that time for Van Buren was Blaine Moore. Also into the backfield to create some disruption was Landry Wilkerson. And now Fayetteville's facing a 3rd and 17 back at its own 49-yard line.
Van Buren still coming after him.
3 receivers to the right side. That's the open side of the field. Gibbs on 3rd and long. Looking deep down the middle. Throws passes incomplete off the hands of Connor Flanagan. And Blair, that might be about his 4th or 5th drop tonight.
Yeah, well, it might have been just a tad behind him. Yeah. He had to reach back, but still, that's normally a catch Connor will make.
Definitely hit his hands. It'll go down as a drop.
Well, they're going to go for it, Matt.
4th and 17. This also could be a deal where they bring Flanagan in motion and let him punt it away like they did earlier. Flanagan kind of almost lined up in an awkward, and that's what they're going to do. Flanagan comes back. He's going to pooch kick this one away, and now we've got a timeout, and Fayetteville wants to talk it over. We'll stay right here. 6:17 to go, third quarter. Fayetteville leads 42-14.
Or do you run maybe a little trick play, get it on video, give something Bentonville to think about next week?
Correct myself a little earlier. I said Link Lindsay was a backup quarterback. He's a receiver. But that was his first catch, and they tried to set up the screen to him on the play that was blown up a moment ago and moved Fayetteville back to the 49. That was the second down play. Now Fayetteville comes out in more of a traditional punt look. Huxley Richardson standing back at the Purple Dog 34. 3-man shield in front of him. And back deep for Van Buren. Looks like
low snap.
It's Evans. Richardson, it's a low kick, but it takes a Fayetteville bounce inside the 15, inside the 10, the 5, and did they get it? No, they didn't.
Oh, I thought they
Great
did.
effort, but the gunner
was in the end zone, maybe?
Yeah, sure, it's the gunner. He fell into the end zone as he was trying to down it at the 1-yard line. The ball was just rolling faster than the Fayetteville players could run.
On the field, the ball went into the end zone. Back. First down, Van Buren.
All right, so it'll be first and 10 for Van Buren out of the 20. 6:06 to play third quarter.
I didn't think the ball got in the end zone, but hey, they had a better view of it than we did.
Phillips brings the offense back out for the Pointers. Fayetteville leads 42-14 on first down. Phillips goes play action. Trying to set up a throw back, and he's just going to be taken down in the backfield. Wrestled down way back behind the line of scrimmage, almost at the 10-yard line.
Sacked by Keyshawn Chisholm.
Keyshawn Chisholm on the sack that time for the Purple Dogs, and Fayetteville just continues to get great pressure against Phillips, the sophomore quarterback. They're bringing a lot of different looks at him and making it hard for him to make decisions.
That was one that he will learn to throw away in due time, but good to see Chisholm get the sack.
2nd and 20, 5:32 to go third quarter. Van Buren is at its own 10. Phillips standing at his 5 in the shotgun. Looks to the right side, and that pass is incomplete. He was looking for his running back that time. Chris Fung, the junior backup running back. Blair, we haven't seen their starting running back in the game yet, Braden Rivas, since halftime.
Yeah, I almost wonder if some injury or...
Of course, Rivas, talk about it here after this 3rd and 10 play. Phillips goes with a hard count. A couple of Fayetteville guys came close to going across, but they were able to stay on side. Van Buren needs out to the 30 on 3rd and 20. Phillips looks right side, passes incomplete. He was looking for Bartholomew at the 20 and threw it out too far in front of him, and now it's 4th down and 20. What I was going to say is Rivas is also their punter. Remember, he was missing on that play earlier where they had to take a timeout, and we haven't seen him back in the game since that point, either on special teams or on offense. You almost wonder if he might have gotten hurt, and nobody knew it. Phillips is the punter. He's standing about 4 yards deep into the end zone. Fayetteville, I don't know if Fayetteville's got any return men back.
They don't.
Fayetteville does not have any return men back. Phillips fumbled the snap, and he's going to be taken down in the end zone for a safety.
Wow.
It wasn't a great snap. Phillips didn't do a good job of handling it. And back there to make the stop for Fayetteville after he just picked it up was number 82. Trendon Meadows. Not 82, I'm sorry. Meadows wears number 33. These dark jerseys are hard to see the numbers. Taken down in the end zone, that's a safety. 44-14, Fayetteville leads now with 5:12 to go in the third quarter.
That's why they didn't have him go deep. They're going for the block.
Well, and
they called it right.
Yeah, it wasn't even a block attempt.
No, the snap was
the snap was bad.
I think Van Buren's about to hit the wall.
Yeah.
I think they've kind of run out of gas.
So Fayetteville will have a return attempt here as Van Buren, we'll see what they decide to do. After a safety, you have the decision. You can either drop kick it or you can kick it off of a tee. Most teams decide to drop kick it from this in this situation, and it looks like that's what, well, no. Flores comes out with a tee. He's going to tee it up at the 20-yard line. So standing back deep for Fayetteville, Brooks Flanagan, who took one back 97 yards earlier, Bo Stuckey, who's got a big, long touchdown reception tonight. Also had the kickoff return for a score in the first game of the season. Flores will kick it off from the 20. This is returnable. Flanagan takes it at the 31. Runs back to the left side at the 40. He's at midfield. He almost broke a tackle. He couldn't get away, but he falls forward to the Van Buren 45-yard line. 24-yard return, and looks like Brooks Flanagan might be injured.
No, that's not good.
He's came down kind of fun. It's over as he hits the sideline. Looks like he's holding his arm or his shoulder. Came down very awkwardly at the Van Buren 45-yard line.
Sportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Number 26, Van Buren, and number 25, Fayetteville. Those fouls will offset. First down, Fayetteville.
Sportsmanlike conduct's on Christian Carney, the senior running back linebacker for the Pointers, and on number 25, that's Montel Terry, running back linebacker for the Purple Dogs, offsetting fouls. And so Fayetteville will get to snap it from the Van Buren 45. 5:05 to play third quarter. Fayetteville leads Van Buren 44-14 after the safety, and the trainer's looking at Brooks Flanagan there over here on the sideline, and he still looks very uncomfortable after whatever happened to him on that kickoff return.
He's kind of explaining to him what happened.
On first down, two receivers left side. They're going to give it to Sherritt's up the middle. Not much there, as he's hit almost immediately. Falls forward for a yard to the 44. Stopped that time by Devin Swearingen, a junior linebacker for the Pointers. Second down and 9.
Well, after that first half just moves along, this third quarter just seems to be going at a snail's pace.
Second down, they give it to Sherritt, running right side, gets across the 40, almost got away from the defender, but he couldn't. He falls forward to the 37-yard line, 7 on the play, 3rd and 2.
David Evans on the tackle.
Good to see him back. He runs so hard.
Sherritts comes out of the game. Terry, the running back, stands to the left of Gibbs on third down. They pitch it to Terry, running left side across the 35, just barrels over a couple of defenders down to the 33-yard line. And Blair, we've seen with him, it's a combination of patience and power. He's really been an effective runner for Fayetteville the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, bring him in late and let him kind of be the punisher.
1st and 10 Fayetteville. They're at the Van Buren 33, trying to score and make this clock run all the way to the homecoming dance on first down. Gibbs takes the snap, throws right side. That pass is incomplete. He was trying to set up a screen on the outside, and Van Buren did a pretty good job of coming under and
Gibbs pass intended for Augie Braddock.
Playing it well. Augie Braddock was the intended receiver, and if you'll notice, Blair, they've taken a lot of the first-team skill players out of the game. You don't see Connor Flanagan, Bo Stuckey. These are a lot of backups, and Gibbs is still in the game. Of course, he's the backup quarterback playing in place of Darius Bowers. Fayetteville feels like it's got this game in hand. Terry on second down, across the 30. A flag comes in. He's taken down at the 28, but I think this one's going to come back. It's in the vicinity of holding against the Purple Dogs, and we'll wait to hear the call.
Holding. Number 52. Kenyon Kennedy. Still second down.
You are correct. It was a hold.
Matthew Mueller, the guilty party, That will move the ball back to the 41-yard line, so it'll be an 8-yard loss on the hold. 2nd and 18 for the Purple Dogs. They need to get to the 23 to pick up a first down. On second down, Gibbs pitches it left side. Terry fumbles it, is able to pick it up off the turf and get back to the line of scrimmage, but it's going to bring up 3rd and long. Terry looked like he might have picked up field before he was able to bring the ball in.
Yeah, that's not always an easy catch for the running back. It's kind of a forward lateral.
Yeah.
And you're trying to catch the ball and see the hole.
It's not your old school pitch play either, because they're both in the shotgun formation, and so you're pitching more to the side than you are backward. On third down, Gibbs throws. The pass is caught. This is Link Lindsey, breaks a tackle. Across the 40 to the 35, out to the 34-yard line. Lindsey with a pickup of 7 on the play. And it's 4th down now for Fayetteville. It'll be interesting to see what Billy Dawson decides to do as the clock continues to run. 2:41 to play third quarter.
Lindsey took a big hit from behind. Carried him another couple yards.
Fayetteville leads 44-14. The offense is on the field. It appears they're going to go for it.
Why not?
4th and 12 from the 35. They need to get to the 23 to move the chains. Gibbs takes the snap. Good pocket. Throws deep downfield looking for Link Lindsey, and he overthrows him in the end zone. And Fayetteville will turn the ball over on downs.
Good protection there.
Lindsey got behind the secondary, and a better ball might have scored on a touchdown, but Gibbs overthrew him by just a little bit. And so now it's first and 10 for Van Buren. The Pointers will take over at their own 35-yard line.
It looks like we've got some new faces out on the defensive side of the ball too.
Got some new faces up front. Still some older players back in the secondary though. Jay Beasley, Sebastian Rodriguez, Marquez Douglas, Cornelius Williams, all in the game for Fayetteville. On first down, Phillips running up the middle across the 40. The 45 of Van Buren breaks a couple of tackles, gets across midfield, and falls forward into Purple Dog territory to the 49-yard line.
Tyler Barnes and Quade Mosier on the tackle.
Marking down at the 48, so a 17-yard pickup on first down. He just continues to pick up big chunks of yardage.
He's impressive. He really is. He's 74 yards rushing so far, but he's probably tripled that just going side to side.
There's this unique look for Van Buren as they stack receivers on either side, 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Phillips just going to run it. Gets up across the 45 of Fayetteville and down to the 44, 4 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Clock runs, 1:37 to play, third quarter. Fayetteville leads 44-14.
Just don't give up the play and don't get hurt. Let's take it to the dance.
2 receivers to the left side, 3 to the right. Van Buren's run a quarterback draw out of this formation every time so far. Phillips this time throws it right. This is Bartholomew, catches it behind the line of scrimmage, falls forward to the 41. He's taken down by Marquez Douglas. He's going to be about 3 yards shy of the first down, and it brings up a 3rd and 3 for Van Buren as the clock continues to run as we hit 1 minute to go in the third quarter. 3 receivers left side, 2 to the right in the boundary. Phillips, the quarterback, on 3rd and 3. Fayetteville came across. They didn't call a penalty.
Might have been a little closer ball game.
Phillips is going to keep it himself on 3rd down. He's going to be hit in the backfield. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but a good pursuit that time by Fayetteville.
Gage Reed made the tackle.
Looked like the first one back there for the Purple Dogs might have been Trendon Meadows. And now it brings up 4th and 3 for Van Buren. The clock continues to run. 20 seconds, third quarter. The Pointers stay on the field, appear like they're going to go for it on 4th down. But will they do it in the third quarter? They don't have to take a snap in this quarter if they don't want to. And it looks like Casey Dick and his coaching staff are content letting this clock run out and go to the 4th quarter.
And that's the end of the
siren sounds, and we are through 3 quarters on homecoming at Harmon Field. Our score, Fayetteville 44, Van Buren 14. This is Purple Dog Football.
Franks got their start in 1957, right here in the ballpark. And with the taste of 100% Angus beef, passed down from one generation to the next, they soon became a tradition everywhere, bringing on the feeling of summer in every bite. Ballpark Franks, bring on summer.
Back at Harmon Field, as we get ready to start the 4th quarter, Fayetteville leads Van Buren 44-14. The Pointers are facing a 4th and 3 from the Fayetteville 41 as we get ready to start the final 12 minutes. Phillips, the quarterback, comes out in an empty backfield set. 3 receivers left. It's a quarterback draw all the way, and I think he got the extra push across the first down line. He does to the 37. He was hit. Blared pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but he got a good push and a big running start.
Yeah, momentum.
Yeah,
he's a big young man.
I think he might have been running to the line of scrimmage at the point that he caught the ball. So that'll move the chains to the 37, first down. Phillips just going to keep it himself. I think Van Buren, yeah, there's a flag. That's a hold. This one's coming back.
Phillips on the keeper.
Well, for Fayetteville, the defender gets up and says, "Yeah, what do I got to do here, man?" Yeah. It was Rodarian Cobbs was trying to get to Phillips before he hit that left corner, and the tight end was holding for the Pointers. It'll take the ball back to the Fayetteville 45, so 8 yards on the holding penalties. 1st and 18 here for Van Buren.
The score updates. Brindle and Harbor are tied at 28 in the third quarter. West leads Rogers 41-14, and Bentonville leads Heritage 56-7.
On 1st and 18, Phillips throwing deep down the right side, looking for Bartholomew. Did he catch it?
I think he did.
No, it's an incompletion. He almost made an incredible catch, Blair, a basket catch, trying to catch it over his shoulder at the 16, but he wasn't able to hold it to the ground, and so it's 2nd and 18 on the incompletion, but a great effort that time by Bartholomew, who's made some good plays tonight.
And a good throw by Phillips, and it was good coverage. He just put it where only his receiver had a chance at it.
2nd and 18 for the Pointers. They need to get to the Fayetteville 27 to move the chains. Fayetteville leads 44-14. Opening moments of the fourth quarter. Phillips, the Van Buren quarterback, looking right. He's going to keep it himself across the 40, falls forward to the 39-yard line. 6 more rushing yards for Phillips. And it brings up 3rd and long for Van Buren. 3rd and 12 from the 39. 11-10 to play, fourth quarter.
It's just so hard to defend a guy like Phillips who can throw and run. He's so elusive. You have to stick to your lane, stick to your area. Be very disciplined as a defense.
On 3rd down, Phillips looking right side, trying to go to Bartholomew again, and good coverage for Fayetteville. They've really taken away that play that they're looking for. Bartholomew, Marquez Douglas, and Jay Beasley doing a good job of sideline with their coverage and not giving him a lot of room to make a catch.
Good arm strength on that throw too. That was
4th and 12. I don't know if Van Buren will get a 5th down here.
You never know.
From the 39.
We might see a 6 down before it's over.
Pointers need to get to the Fayetteville 27 to move the chains. Phillips on 4th down, being pressured, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Great job that time by Fayetteville to get pressure on Phillips. Looks like Cobbs was the first one to come through and slow him down. And he was taken down by Montel Terry. And so that'll be a turnover on downs, and Fayetteville will take over at its own 45-yard line with 10:39 to play.
Good defensive series. And more newcomers getting some looks now on the offense.
Hank Gibbs still in, though, for the Purple Dogs. Not really a whole lot of options.
No.
Gibbs takes the snap on 1st down, gives it to Jordan, and he's going to be hit in the backfield, taken down back at the 43-yard line.
Devin Swearingen on the tackle.
Devin Swearingen, the linebacker, was the first one in on the play for Van Buren. 2nd and 12 for the Purple Dogs.
Really, that's the first time that Van Buren's had a significant push from the defensive line. They've still got their starters in. Fayetteville's putting some second-teamers in there, getting them some work.
Looks like Augie Braddock is the tailback for Fayetteville. He's a receiver, but he's lined up to the right side of Gibbs on 2nd down. That's not Braddock. I'm sorry. Running forward to the 44-yard line.
It's hard to read those numbers. They tuck those jerseys in.
Reese Nelson, sophomore Reese Nelson, number 87, was the running back that time for Fayetteville. He got a yard back to the 44, but it's 3rd and 11. Clock runs, 9:38 to play, fourth quarter. Fayetteville leads 44-14. Gibbs in the shotgun. Van Buren comes across the line of scrimmage, and there's no flag. That's 2 or 3 times we've seen the officials keep the flag in their pocket when it should have been in offsides.
You got to call it the entire game.
On 3rd and long, they'll do this little push pass as coming across, I think, was Link Lindsay. He got out to the 46, not much there. Correction, Alex Mills was the receiver. 2 yards to the 46, and it's going to bring up 4th and long, and Fayetteville will bring its punt team out onto the field and punt it away with less than 9 minutes to play.
Feeling Fayetteville may not pass the rest of the game.
4th down and 10.
Attempt to run clock. Van Buren doesn't have anybody deep.
Huxley Richardson's the punter, and he stands on the Fayetteville 30. All he's got to do is get the ball up in the air, and there's no one back deep for Van Buren. It's not a good snap. Doesn't really matter. It's a high kick. Takes a Fayetteville bounce in 20, and it rolls out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And so Van Buren will take over there with 8:30 to play, Blair, in the fourth quarter. Kind of a slow as molasses second half.
So. Yeah, after the first half, just boom, 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 boom. Everybody running up tempo. I guess maybe the pace took a toll on everybody. It is warm.
Brooks Flanagan, who was injured on that kickoff return earlier, is on the sideline, not wearing a uniform for Fayetteville. He's got a big ice pack on his shoulder, on his right shoulder. On 1st down, Van Buren runs it. That's Chung. Gets out to maybe the 18. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there. It'll be 2nd and long for Van Buren as the clock continues to run. 8:14, 8:13 to play. Neither team really in much of a hurry. Both teams kind of look like they're just kind of wanting to get out of here tonight.
Yeah.
On second down, the give is to Chung, running right side, gets across the 20, and he's thrown forward to the 22-yard line. A pick up a 5 on the play, and it's 3rd and 5 now for Van Buren coming up. The Pointers need to get out to the 28 to move the chains. 7:35 to play. Fayetteville leads by 30.
Let's see. 266 yards passing for Fayetteville, 97 yards rushing. Van Buren 110 rushing, 179 passing.
Worth noting, Blair, that Mark Hudson, the sophomore quarterback, is warming up on the sideline for the Purple Dogs. 3rd and 5. Phillips, the quarterback, brings a man in motion. They're going to give it to him on the sweep, trying to get out to the left, but he's not going to do it. He got hammered out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Did they throw a flag?
They didn't throw a flag. He got hit. He was in bounds. Wow. He was trying to cut up field, and the Fayetteville player, Trenton Meadows, or Quade Mosier might have been, hit him out of bounds. Didn't hit him late out of bounds, but hit him into the out-of-bounds line. And so it's going to be 4th down now for Van Buren. The Pointers bring their punt unit on. Phillips, the quarterback, is going to punt it away. He's standing back at his own 8-yard line. And once again, nobody's standing back deep for Fayetteville. Not getting any punt returns from either of these teams. This one was kind of partially blocked. It'll take a Van Buren roll as it hits at the 40, rolls inside the Fayetteville 40, and goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Neither team has put a punt returner back, and almost makes you wonder if the quarterbacks have agreed. The head coaches have agreed not to have punt returns for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I wonder how you go about doing that. Fayetteville almost blocked that one. It might have got a piece of it. Still got a pretty good roll. So
yeah, I think they did get a piece of it, and we've got a new quarterback, Mark Hudson. Number 17, Mac Hudson, number 17, a sophomore, comes in. This is the first snap he's taken all season for the varsity team, and on first down they give it to Jordan. Nope, not Jordan, sorry.
Is it Mills, maybe?
It's Reese Nelson. Reese Nelson with a gain of 1 out to the 37-yard line. 2nd and 9, 6:40 to play. Fayetteville leads 44-14. Both teams just really want to get out of here.
Yeah, but these guys in there now, I mean, this is their chance. This is their moment. They want to make it happen.
Both these coaches really melting the clock here in the 4th quarter. The give is to Reese Nelson. He's hit and he fumbled the ball. They're going to say he's down. Van Buren came out of there with it, but they say that Reese Nelson was down at the 38-yard line, so another 1-yard gain for him, and it's 3rd and 8 for the Purple Dogs. Clock will be inside of 6 minutes when Fayetteville takes its next snap.
Well, big one next week, Bentonville, and that one will definitely have an impact on the 7A West race.
3rd and 8. Hudson in the shotgun. Takes the snap. The give is to Nelson. Running left side across the 40. Out to the 42-yard line. But it'll be about 4 yards short of the first down. And so it'll be 4th down for Fayetteville. See what the Purple Dogs decide to do. Do you let these backups get another snap, or do you punt the ball away? And here comes Huxley Richardson and the punt team.
Well, Bentonville has gone over Heritage 56-7. West has gone final, I believe, at Rogers 41-14. Harbor leading Springdale under a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Boy, that one's going to last a while. 35-28.
Huxley Richardson kicks it from his own 30. It's a high kick. There is a return man back this time. It takes a Van Buren bounce back to the 39 of Fayetteville. I'm sorry, of Van Buren. Trenton Meadows marks it down there, so the Pointers will start at their own 39. 4:52 to play, 4th quarter, and Fayetteville leads 44-14.
So the Bulldogs will go to, I had it on my sheet, 5-1.
Yeah.
Van Buren takes over 1st and 10 from their
2-1 in the conference. A game out of 1st.
On first down, Phillips will give it running right side this time for the Pointers. That's a new running back.
Devin Myers on the carry.
Devin Myers gets a yard out to the 40 before he's hit
Dominic Green
and taken down by Dominic Green for the Purple Dogs.
Dylan Osborne also.
It's kind of wild, man. You would have thought West and Bentonville both opened the season 0-3, and now they're both atop the conference standings, undefeated. Of
course, they both played really good competition to begin the year.
Yes.
Some injuries at Bentonville West, too, have played a role there. 4:15 to go, fourth quarter. Van Buren melting the clock as best it can on second down. Running ahead to the 42-yard line. Devin Myers again.
Dominic Green
again on the tackle for the Purple Dogs. And it's 3rd and long for Van Buren, 3rd and 7. The Pointers need to get to their own 49 to move the chains. Clock continues to run, 3:50 to play. Fayetteville leads 44-14. Both teams are just trying to desperately get to the finish line.
Just get out of here. Let's not have an injury and tee it up again next week.
Van Buren, much like Fayetteville, both teams just waiting till almost the very last second to take a snap. Phillips takes it here with 4 seconds on the play clock. Gives it to Myers running right side. He's going to be taken down in the backfield. Good pursuit. That time by the Purple Dogs. On the tackle was Nikolai Stinchcomb, and it's 4th and long. And Van Buren will pump the ball away again. I don't know if either team's had a first down in the fourth quarter.
Don't think so. Northside beat Catholic tonight 40-14. North Little Rock will stay number 1, 49-27 over Southside.
Phillips stands back deep at his own 24-yard line. Not the best snap. Kicks it away again. Nobody back deep for Fayetteville, and so Van Buren will just let this roll. And the Pointers will down the ball at the Fayetteville 30, and so that's where the Purple Dogs will start with 2:40 to play. It hasn't been the mercy rule, Blair, but it might as well be because both teams have clearly got a gentleman's agreement here that they're not going to do anything but run the ball and run the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Just milk it and get out of here.
Mac Hudson, the third-string quarterback, second string tonight, brings the offense back out on the field for a 1st and 10 from the Fayetteville 30. Hudson gives it to Reese Nelson on first down. He's going to be taken down back behind the line of scrimmage.
Nelson,
28. It'll bring up second down and 12 on the tackle that time for the Pointers was Zane Moore, the junior tight end.
Well, and as often happens when you get in the situation of a game, guys aren't out there when they're supposed to be, players running on and off. Had 12 men on the field before that last play, and luckily the young man got off in time.
Fayetteville continues just to use clock, 2:02 to play. Waiting till inside of 5 seconds on the play clock to take the snap. Now Hudson does take the snap, gives it to Nelson, and once again he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, taken down at the 28. There is a flag, and we'll wait to see what the penalty is. The white hat referee is the one who threw the penalty flag. Oh, wow. That's the second time we've seen an illegal block below the waist against Van Buren. The first time it was on the Pointers offense. This time it's on the Pointers defense. The guilty party for Van Buren was Seth Weir. And so that'll move the ball out to the 43-yard line. And Blair, I think if Fayetteville would want to, they could take a knee. Of course, Van Buren's got the timeouts.
Yeah. Yep.
And Fayetteville's going to make a substitution here. Offensive lineman's able to come in and get in the game. Clay Tressler, the senior, comes in. His teammates cheer him on as he runs in. Reese Nelson on first down is hit almost immediately. Got a yard at the 44. And it's 2nd and 9 for the Purple Dogs. 1:15 to go. Fayetteville going to win tonight unless one of these teams makes a play. 44-14. And Blair, they
don't think there's a 30-point play.
Well, no. I think the final score is going to be 44-14.
No, I got you.
Clock's inside of a minute. Fayetteville looks toward the sideline, and Blair, I think they're only going to have to take one more snap.
These guys aren't used to running the victory formation, man.
No. I'm not sure you'd run a victory formation when the other team has a timeout.
No.
On second down, the run is back behind the line of scrimmage when a penalty flag comes in. It's either going to be a face mask or an unnecessary roughness, as Reese Nelson was just... Reese Nelson's going to be up a little bit here this fourth quarter.
He's going to feel it in the morning.
Blindside block on the offense.
Oh.
Number 81. 15
a blindside block against Fayetteville.
Wow. It's got to be pretty blatant for you to call it at this point in the game.
36 seconds left. Bradley Mays, the guilty party, talking to Billy Dawson as he comes off the field now. I thought that was going to be an unnecessary roughness on Buren.
I thought they had him by the face mask, it looked like. But
he was thrown back. Fayetteville's got to take one more snap. Mac Hudson looks toward the sideline. Reese Nelson is his running back standing to the left side. Two receivers right, one to the left. This should be the final play of the game. Hudson takes the snap, gives it to Nelson, running right across the 25 at the 30. Nelson at the 40. Nelson at midfield. Can he score? He's at the 40, the 30. Nelson at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Fayetteville.
It's still live ball. Somebody fall on it.
No, they called it a touchdown.
Okay.
A touchdown on the final play of the game. Reese Nelson, who hasn't been able to get back to the line of scrimmage very much, was 73 yards. And Fayetteville's ahead 50-14. I think they have to kick. They're going to go for two.
Well, good for Reese. He's taking some pounding, running the ball. Good for him to get a long touchdown. He deserved that.
Well, Billy Dawson had two fingers up in the air, but Huxley Richardson is on to attempt the PAT. Jordan, that's the end of the game. They don't have to kick the extra point.
Okay.
So that's it. What a way to end homecoming.
Wow.
The Fayetteville Bulldogs 50 to visiting.
Hey, we said unless something weird happens. I think a 73-yard touchdown run by a player who probably didn't even have 10 rushing yards, that goes down as unlikely. Reese Nelson, the sophomore, look at a couple more homecomings before it's over.
He had 5 yards rushing up to that point on 7 carries.
Exactly. And then he goes 73 yards on the final play of the game. Well, it was a good homecoming for the Fayetteville Purple Dogs, and that'll be an ending that I don't think the Fayetteville players will ever forget. Reese Nelson going 73 yards for a touchdown on the final play of the game. Again, our final score tonight, Fayetteville 50, Van Buren 14. We will come back after this break, and we'll wrap this one up, talk a little bit about Bentonville next week. You're listening to Purple Dog Football.